See, I didn't lie. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another week of Wani. And remember, may the 2nd be with you. I don't quite get it, but everybody says that.
I think that's right.
It's close enough.
It's a weird, certainly a weird phrase. If you did
I don't remember what this button does.
I got pizza here.
Oh!
Yeah, I had to cut that off because he just says a no word. Otherwise, I had to hold the whole thing of him going down the stairs, too.
Starting early. Yeah, we sure are, aren't we, Khazard? We sure are starting early tonight, aren't we?
Early, yeah.
Yeah.
In a week.
Starting so early. We don't even have time.
Things will be
second dinner.
Yeah, I didn't even have time to draw a post for this week.
We don't even have time for our 40-minute rant at the beginning, unless we do.
I mean, we could do.
I don't have anything particular that I want to rant about.
Yeah,
I only had
a topic.
13-minute rant.
I had a quick one just to give people a little bit of time to pour in. Since you brought up May the 4th, if you did a stream of a Star Wars game, what Star Wars game is most immediately on your radar to stream?
I don't know.
I'll think of one.
Star Wars Battlefront.
Yeah, I mean, I only know a Star Wars Battlefront and like the Rogue Squadron racing game for N64 or whatever.
Knights of the Old Republic.
That was That was the episode 1 pod racing one.
Okay.
That was a good one.
Knights of the Old Republic. Yeah.
Also for chat, I added more sounds to the soundboard. I only got one request, the pizza one. I'll get the Left 4 Dead Hunter one next time. But
Force Unleashed.
It has been a week, but in a week or two, I should be on a good schedule.
KOTOR would be a good one. I was like watching an RPG. Especially because I don't think I've seen, obviously Mario, but I've never seen, Khazard play an RPG where, he creates an original character before. And I'd be interested in those kinds of games where...
What are you talking about? That's, the main thing we do all the time.
What are you talking about? We don't...
Making our own original characters for an RPG?
I don't follow. What RPG do we play where we make our own original...
We
play tabletop games. I thought you were talking specifically on stream. Yes, okay, I know we play a lot of tabletop games, and we have tons of very, very good and fleshed out and interesting OCs that we aren't going to tell anyone in chat about.
But I really...
Where's the giraffe from? It sounds familiar. That is from Super Battle Pets, or Auto Pets, whatever the name was.
Super Auto Pets.
Yes, Super Auto Pets. First time watching your stream. Well, welcome in, Chelsea Bunny. Thanks for stopping in.
Welcome to the party. I hope you don't regret it.
You will not be prepared. I guarantee that.
You will. You will regret it. You'll regret ever having come here.
I have a really awesome idea for an ASMR monk that I really want to play in a game of D&D.
A what monk?
ASMR.
Because you wanted to do it as ASMR. I remember that.
What?
An ASMR monk. No, ASMR is a race, but I don't remember which one.
I thought it was something about doing an ASMR.
I think maybe somebody made a pun about that, maybe?
That sounds like some. I think maybe I might think of something Vigil commented about that.
Okay, celestial. They're celestial plane touched. Okay, it's one of the rarer. Okay,
they have a bit of God in them.
They have a bit of God in them. Sounds like a pickup line. Hey, you want a bit of God in you?
ASMR is a slur. Oh God, we're already done for.
ASMR.
Yeah, there's a subclass of monk where you create astral arms and shit. I think it would be really fucking cool. It's
why is that not just mainstream for monk?
Because no.
That sounds like something every monk does in every piece of media.
I don't think so.
Majority of media.
Wait, what does a monk do in majority of media?
It just feels like the spectral arms is just something a lot of monks have, when they start using powers.
Oh, and a few of them. Dragon Ball,
it just feels like the classic high-level martial art thing. You just get more arms.
I mean, I can't think of another example besides Dragon Ball and JoJo with the stands. As far as the spiritual arms go. Oh, I guess also there's Hunter x Hunter with Netero has his Nen arms.
Yeah.
And I guess there's also, it's not really a martial art, it's really more just Uchiha bullshit, but the's Susanoo.
Speak
As
of
it's
hunter
still
Yeah, well,
hunters,
actually, honestly, reading the descriptions of like what this subclass does, it I like
It's
went
the
on a
anime
side
class.
tangent in my head where I was like, somebody's just gonna make an Uchiha with this, because yeah, it does reach the point where you're like, at the very least, you could very easily describe what you're doing as being inside an armor of a projection of some monster.
I think Susanoo is when Uchiha started to get a little ridiculous. Because, like, even with the Mangekyo Sharingan, like, left eye, you have a really, really strong fire jutsu, which Uchiha are known for. And then you also have a really, really strong genjutsu in the other eye, which are also what Uchiha are known for.
Also,
and then,
remember that supposedly every Uchiha has a different right and left eye.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that wasn't established until Itachi was the first one to show a Mangekyo Sharingan. We didn't have that. We didn't have reason to know that until Sasuke also got Mangekyo Sharingan.
Except then
And
the
got the same
Izanagi
Mangekyo
and Uzanagi or something every Uchiha can with the Mangekyo can do, or just normal Sharingan.
I think technically normal Sharingan can do them, because Danzo didn't have Mangekyous.
Yeah, he just had.
Danzo,
In order to do that shit, you need to have the DNA of both Uchiha and Senju. That's how that worked.
Is that what that was? That's so
Yeah.
fucking stupid.
Yeah,
It's the only
Wait,
reason he was able to do it is because he had the eyes implanted in the arm.
Wait, I thought you didn't need the Senju. I thought that was just to allow non-Uchihas to do that.
It might be for Danzo, but for the real Uchihas, I guess he didn't need that. But for Danzo, he did.
Danzo is such a waste of that. I have all the Uchiha eyes on my body. I'm going to use this reality warping power to avoid dodging 2 kunai.
Danzo really fucking wasted his eyes.
He just started wasting it after a point. It's like, motherfucker, you have 13 I just canceled death moments, and you're using it for this?
I know, it's like, this is the worst ninja in existence.
Nah, it was just really silly because, like I said, he was just burning through all of his Sharingan like they were fucking candy, and for really easily dodged attacks.
You really used these for one fight, huh?
Talk about eye candy.
Talk about eye candy. That's a reference.
There's a callback.
That brings me back.
10 o'clock and you still haven't started hugging the gator?
Yeah,
we
it's
didn't
10 o'clock and we still haven't started the
If
still
you
haven't
guys
started the
wouldn't
stream,
drag your
Khazard.
feet...
We're not even live?
No, we are live.
We're live.
Yeah, we are live.
Yeah, the chat's commenting on our random tangents.
Scruffy, why do you have a pizza next to your icon?
Gave me the option to put one there.
Oh yeah, Discord has a new activity thing for when you're in a voice chat.
Oh, neat.
What? How do you do this?
If you go to the thing, there should be a little plus.
Yeah, you hover over your name and you can choose a thing.
I'm watching stuff.
I'm watching Gator.
Believe they only did that
I
for
wanna
Danzo
watch
for
that
cool
Gator.
visual.
can
Yeah,
set
that feels
custom.
like a lot of Naruto. It just went. Oh, what's the way we could soup this up the most?
Cutting the moon in half.
Alright.
Sorry, what'd you say?
Cutting the moon in half, but I said it.
Oh.
Slow-mo.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
That ruined
That
power level
movie.
discussions for Naruto for decades to come. The consequences of Naruto the last movie is still felt today.
Did they cut the moon in half in that?
They cut the moon in half, and it's with Naruto's base chakra, no nine tails.
and not only that, but like, no, didn't somebody tank that hit too?
Yeah, Naruto tanked it.
Yeah.
Naruto
Wait, so he
tanked an
cut the
attack.
moon in half and also tanked his own attack?
No, someone attacked Naruto by cutting the moon in half.
Yeah, but he did it with his chakra. He stole all of Naruto's chakra and then used it in an attack to cut the moon in half, which Naruto tanked.
With no chakra.
With no chakra. Yeah, that's okay. So he had all of his chakra drained. That chakra was strong enough to cut the moon in half just by itself. No nine tails was added. And Naruto tanked it with no chakra, let's speak of.
Well, he still had, the demon chakra.
Yeah, I guess he still had it. Nine tails. I guess you could say nine tails tanked it. But it's still a ridiculously high level feat that is kind of so beyond anything else in Naruto that whenever you talk about Naruto, everything fucking scales to the moon feat.
Well,
Yeah.
anyways, that's enough about Boruto's dad. It's 10 minutes, so let's get to the Gator.
Wait, we have to do our traditional 30-minute rant. I'm joking. Let's get going.
No.
We'll roll it into next time and start with a 50-minute rant.
This is usually actually right about the time we actually start playing the game. So we're pretty much on schedule.
Yay,
Sadly.
somewhat on schedule by accident.
Discord permanently lowered the soundboard volume.
What about that chord? Did that one affect the volume?
God damn it, Khazard.
Brother, this guy stinks!
We're never gonna get to strong bad.
Soon.
Strong Bad is coming.
Strong Door will be
Strong-
coming.
Strong Bad is
Strong
coming.
Bad
It's gonna
is
be
what?
great.
After we finish Wani, we're gonna finish off the Strong Bad's Cool Game for Attractive People episodes.
Yeah.
Ah.
Vigil, if you're wondering why it takes us so long to get through Wani, it's because the games are, as I think PB Pixel put this best, 90% random bants and 10% actual gameplay.
10%. That's an overestimation. You know it.
Generous, and I thank you.
Alright, so last time we were caught up in a monsoon, but luckily we turned off our pain inhibitors, so we're good to handle this.
What?
Yeah, I don't get that either. What is
it's a Metal Gear joke right before you fight Monsoon.
who's Monsoon in Middle
The,
Gear?
the metal,
the winds
the
of
magnet guy.
destruction.
Which guy?
The magnet
Memes
guy.
guy. The memes guy.
The
Memes
Are
of
you
the
talking
DNA
about?
of the soul.
Are you talking about Rising? Because I don't.
Yeah.
Yes, Metal Gear.
Okay, I still have to
Rising
play-
Revengeance.
I still have to play Rising. I have not played
my
that.
God.
Yeah, I mean, I will say
Shima, you have
that-
not played any games. Every time we talk about a
God.
game, it's like you haven't
The
played it.
Shim
yet.
X4 has no games.
Yeah, it turns out that Shima is just like Inco. He hasn't actually played the game. It's just one video.
I'm too busy watching you play games. I'm too busy watching streams play games. It's my problem. No, I am playing games. I'm doing a full playthrough of the Fallout series right now. I completed Fallout 1 earlier, and now I'm in the middle of Fallout 2.
Sorry to hear that.
We keep playing Mario.
She was a gamer boomer.
The point being, I do play games. They just take forever. I remember last year I had 2 games under my belt. I had finished Inquisition, and then I spent the rest of the year playing Tears of the Kingdom, and that was the 2 games I played. Besides Morrowind, I was also playing Morrowind with no, that was this year. I only started
Oh
Morrowind
yeah,
this
wasn't
year,
it
so-
like when we were all posting our Steam recap charts? Inquisition was like 95% of your Steam's playtime for that whole
Inquisition was a long fucking game to finish.
I feel like you've made it longer than most people.
I probably
I-
do.
I've already
I'm
done
one of-
3 playthroughs of Inquisition, and
I'm one of those sickos who likes to go for 100%. At
Yeah,
least
it's
on
like-
the very first time I was doing Inquisition, I wanted to do 100%, so that way I would know all of the things to know in advance for the next time I did a playthrough.
it's probably like 80 to 90 hours each run for me. Because remember, I have to beat every BioWare game 6 times.
I need
year.
to.
Wait, why
I need.
6?
Well, for Mass Effect, because there were 6 classes, and I had to beat all 6 classes. In Dragon Age Origins, it was because there were 6 origins, so I had to beat it as all 6 origins. And Dragon Age 2, it was because the game actually remembers how many, because you always have like a nice option, a witty option, and a mean option, and the game remembers how much of each one you've made, and actually like crafts your character's personality around that. So like there'll be points in the game where your character says things without you making an input, but the things they say are based on the personality that is generated based on how many of those choices you've made. And so it's like you have like your primary trait and then a secondary trait, and like other characters will also respond to you and describe you based on those primary and secondary traits. And so therefore, if you can have a primary and secondary trait and there's 3 different possibilities for each, that means there are 6 different combinations. And so I had to play 6 playthroughs of Dragon Age 2.
Wow, so they could do all this intricate stuff, but they can only make a color-coded ending?
That's just Mass Effect 3 is really the
I know I'm screwing around.
You cannot get me started
Yeah,
about
let's
how
not-
wrong people are about Mass Effect 3 again.
I like that Inquisition. Ooh, there's a fun parody game, Gator Age Inquisition.
But also, it's fucking ludicrous to refer to Metal Gear Rising Revengeance, and then only say that Metal Gear game. That feels ludicrously misleading.
That's what got me confused, because I've played Metal Gears 1, 2, and 4. Metal Gear 3 is the only one, and 5. I haven't played 3 or 5. But besides those, I've played 1, 2, and 4, and I never do any Typhoon, Monsoon, Big Bang Boom guy.
What about the original Metal Gear or the PSP ones?
Nobody played Metal Gear.
What about the zombie one?
That nobody played that one either, and I mean that unironically.
I don't. What?
There was like a survival tower defense Metal Gear. I forgot what it was called.
It was like based off of 5. It was like it seemed to be looking about having a lot of microtransaction-y gameplay and just being really tedious. But then I saw a video that talked about it really isn't that. Like, it's bad, but it's nowhere near as bad as it could have been. Like, it's actually pretty bearable if you don't mind slightly grindy gameplay.
I don't mind the taste.
I don't mind the taste. Yeah, I don't. No, so
Metal Gear Survive, right? That's what it was. Thank you, Cal.
So, like, I will definitely Metal Gear Rising looks insane, and I want to play it. And I know it's infinitely memeable. I know enough about Rising just from Armstrong memes.
Somebody has already used the Discord sound.
Oh wow, I didn't even hear that.
I wanted to do it.
Okay, let's see like this. We just started. We got off of our tangent, got to the first screen, and then we immediately went on another tangent.
I know, it was enough time for me to leave and go get a drink, and nobody even noticed.
Oh. Alright, anyway. Oh god, we're flatlining. We got it quick. We gotta pull them back. We gotta start talking about gators.
Alright, let's do it.
Metal Gator Rising.
Metal Gator Solid.
You're a cyborg. Why are you still in a wheelchair?
Because I want to be.
If you guys keep up a good pace, you'll get to another animation this stream. Ah, sweet! An animation in 2 weeks!
Describe pace. Describe good pace for us.
Alright, anyways, let's get this gator rolling.
Waiting for you, Mr. Narrator.
Olivia puts away her drawing materials and instead pulls out her bulky mathematics book, which she sets on the table with more force than necessary, followed by her notebook. Because as we left off last time, they're stuck in a storm and the teachers make them be responsible. No 7 minutes in heaven in the closet.
Yeah, you can just do it not in the closet.
With some hesitation on her part, Olivia sets herself to work.
I mean, if they just started banging, like, what is Iadakan gonna do? Stop them?
Watch.
He's just gonna pull his phone out and start recording.
No, don't mind me. Go on.
Just making money. Just making money.
Parahub is going to love this.
Parahub. We're like pair of hubs. See, because she's in a wheelchair.
Oh, like hubcaps. Yes, I get it.
Oh my god. Good pace is no one mentions Kid Buu.
What are we talking about, Kid Buu? Are we talking about Kid Buu? Who thinks Kid Buu is actually stronger than Super Buu?
I do.
Meanwhile, I bring myself closer to her in case she wants some help with the work. Hey Olivia, what's your opinion on Kid Buu's power level?
Stop.
I mean, obviously he's stronger than Super Buu.
And she thinks that Super Buu is Boo from Super.
After a few minutes, it's clear her mind and spirit isn't into the work one bit. She constantly fidgets, taps her pen on the table, and looks around the room and out the window. Eventually, she lets out a groan and slams her book shut.
It's the face.
This sucks. I was concerned that Discord would just not pick up my sounds.
Yeah, I got it.
Can I please do something else?
I don't know, can you?
Then she bites his arm off.
I run you over.
Iadakan, who had been busying himself with grading some paperwork, steps up away from his work, looking at Olivia while rubbing his chin.
Well, there is one other thing that you can help out with. My Parahub account is needing some material. Would need both of your help with it, so to speak. Hint, hint.
Oh, this is some extreme content he wants to make.
Could even consider it a new extra assignment.
Olivia checks a lot of fetishes.
You won't believe how many tags this bad girl can get.
Short stack, wheelchair,
Cripple.
Green.
I'm surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if there was a cripple tag on porn sites. It sounds like a thing that would happen.
Hey, you don't want to be ableist now, do you?
Maybe I do.
That is an, PB Pixel. I'm upset nobody mentioned that's an oddly poignant thing you linked there.
reverse it. Sorry, I interrupted. I read the phrase reverse inflation.
Wow, Olivia can fix the economy? This Gator's amazing.
Anyway, what do you say?
I don't know. Today's been pretty rough on Olivia.
Now I'm going to be rough on Olivia. Absolutely, I'll do it.
Alrighty then.
Wonderful! It's back here.
He pulls out a mattress.
Ignore the stains.
He starts walking.
They're definitely not blood.
Whatever you do, don't turn on the black light. He starts walking to the back of the room and waves for the two of us to follow him. Whoa, something in the dark room?
The upside down?
Oh man, I thought we wouldn't get to do anything in there until the last few weeks of the semester.
He's so excited, it's adorable.
The door to darkness?
Oh, I'm looking for the door.
Is Mickey in there?
Are we going to be getting a head start on this section? Maybe we'll be making prints, or learning about C41, and... Huh? That's a giant gallon of... that 50-gallon tub of lube. Why does he have that in there?
Why is he in it?
Oh,
Where did his clothes go?
where did my clothes go? Oh, Olivia's poking my back.
I think I've been roofied.
I'll answer your questions with another question. What do you think happens to students who ask too many questions?
That sounds like a question. Oh, a second. I need to open a window. It is 78 degrees in here.
It's a cool 60 degrees outside.
Go bragging about how hot it is in Arizona again.
Oh, we just hit triple digits this week.
There,
We got the
they
100.
can't shut them up.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry, not all of us can be extreme heat chads like us Arizonans. Built for the hot weather. That's what they call us.
Whatever helps you sleep at night.
Clearly, it's not the heat.
Could stand on the surface of the sun and not even feel it. That's just how we're built.
I sure hope nobody's making fun of me while I don't have my headphones on.
No, we're making fun of Shima.
No, they're just making fun of me while you don't have your headphones on. Thanks for the support, anyways.
You see,
I'm
that's
not
what we
sure.
do. We rip on Shima when Hinkle can't.
See,
join
he
us.
took his-
Nobody says any racial slurs while I'm putting my headphones back on. Hello, I'm back.
Skinny.
Oh no, this
I'm
is
just
exactly what I was afraid of.
No, actually, we were making fun of Shima the whole time you were gone. I was going to start making fun of you, but that's exactly when you got your headset back on.
Also
I was gonna
triggers.
start randomly saying nice things about Hinkle, but then he got his headset on.
You can't say it when I can hear it.
I love complimenting my friends behind their back when they'll never know.
I had an entire anecdote prepared for how Hinkle has been such a positive influence on my life, but now I've just tossed it into the garbage because he came back on.
Damn it.
I mean, he
knew
taught us all how to hate Rexicans, but
He taught me the truest form of love is inside me.
Did I ever talk about the time I got roofied?
What the fuck?
No, we're
No,
still on
what?
the same screen.
It's an actual thing that happened.
When did you get roofied?
It was my friend's birthday.
That's not how I
the
expected the story to
second-hand-
open.
The second-hand roofing count as roofing.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So
it's contracting.
for his birthday, it was me, Amanda, his wife. I think it was just the four of us, and him, of course. Went bar hopping, and at one of the bars, like I had been drinking, but like I wasn't. Sorry, I just saw TV Pixels say their eighth birthday. I had been drinking, of course, but like I was fine until one bar where I took my friend's drink. Well, my friend's wife, who is also my friend. I took her drink because she didn't want it, and then I don't remember anything. It happened very quickly after that. I have very
isn't the
few memories.
Hey, what the heck? This isn't the beautiful woman I tried to drug.
I mean, it wasn't until
Much
like
roomier.
it wasn't until years later that I
the
finally
truth
put
was it
two
was
and two
just-
together.
the truth was is that your friend just wanted a quiet night after his birthday.
I mean, I have a memory of vomiting in a urinal.
And then urinating in a vomital.
Vomitorium.
And playing darts. We were playing darts at one bar. I just remembered that I was playing darts, and I remember that specifically because I remember not being able to see the dartboard. It was just like somebody was like, "Yeah, the dartboard's there." I'm like, "Okay," and I threw darts in that direction.
In
And I remember
reality,
thinking to myself, "This is a horrendous idea."
it was just him throwing rocks at Target.
In reality, he was actually throwing them at the bartender.
Yeah, it wasn't until like years later where I finally put two and two together and was like, "Wait a minute, this happened immediately after drinking the drink of an attractive girl's drink." That
You go to your your friends, guys. Was I roofied that night? Oh, you found out? Wait, what?
Yeah, they got a divorce, so I don't really
Oh.
have the ability to ask. Like, we're still friends with the wife. We're not really friends with him anymore, so I don't really have the ability to ask if like he did something.
Oh, jeez, that would be bad. Because he's
Trying to
like,
roofies.
she's already his wife. Why does he need
Yeah.
to knock her out with roofies?
Well, I made the
they got
joke about
divorced,
how he
so-
just wanted a quiet birthday, but
I mean, he's the one who chose to go bar hopping for his birthday. So anyway,
It was all a scheme. You were always the end target. He just knew you would take the drink.
Iadakan back at throwing people again? What made you think he stopped?
we were
That's
just
my
talking about
secret.
roofies, and then I remembered that. That's a funny story. Anyway, getting into character. Quit it with the cinematic gate. You're going too slow and talking about getting roofied. That's definitely slowing you down.
Oh, she's talking about us, for real. Oops.
You have a lot of voices in your head.
You can hear those? I thought it was just me. I thought I was going crazy.
You think really loud.
Oh, thank you. There's a lot of echoed reverb in there. People say, having an empty head is bad, but, I kind of like it.
It doesn't sound empty.
oh yeah, I ran out my head as a podcast studio.
That's why it's so empty.
I think they're doing Rogan in there right now.
I shake the excitement off and head into the
Jamie, pull up that game about the alligator in the wheelchair.
I shake the excitement off and head into the dark room. Iadakan holds the door open for the two of us to enter. The inside glows a vibrant crimson light. The Iadakan suit appears to light up in the red lights, as does my shirt.
Kramer, what's going on in there?
I told you not to bring a black light.
I've only actually been in a dark room once before. This is so cool!
Vigil died.
Oh,
Rip.
I clasped my hands together.
Well, he's back. Excellent sound effect, thank you.
So, what are we developing?
Your mother.
This is an important job just for you. I'm not the one who needs extra credit, you lazy bastard.
All right, I'm ready for it. What am I developing?
You're a character.
Aw.
I'm sorry, I meant your lower back.
Aw.
This could still be a sex thing.
There's a click of a switch, and the red lights switch to normal lights and properly illuminate the room.
This isn't a dark room.
Wow,
Surprise!
The dark room
Surprise!
is also apparently a storage room.
Haha, surprise! Child labor laws have no effect in here. There's boxes.
This is foreign soil.
this is the Iadakan. I have it legally recognized as a sovereign nation. You made mistakes coming here. There's boxes over there. I need one at each station around the room, but they're too heavy for me. I mean, look at these arms. These are made for throwing people, not moving boxes. If you can, of course. Legally, I can't make you do any of this. I have to say that. By the rules of Iadakan.
Nah, it's okay. He's forklift certified.
Pulls the cattle prod out.
Do I at least get extra credit?
You get one of the bags of chips I keep hidden in my desk.
What flavor?
It expired over 2 years
Olivia
ago.
started smiling at that. I love chips.
Fine. What
Wow, didn't even try to haggle. My god. I would have gone up to 2 bags of chips.
You had 2 bags of chips in there?
I have
You
so
said
many
one
bags
of.
I have so many bags of chips, but you only get 1. Sorry, you should have learned how to barter.
Damn.
Nice.
Is that charisma skill, kiddo?
Come on, Olivia. We should clear the way for him. And I can use your wheelchair as a forklift.
Yeah, actually, I might, like, if I was in this situation, I might legitimately, like, ask, hey, Olivia, can I use your wheelchair?
Yeah, she's also forklift certified to be the forklift.
I
She
just want to
put
roll
the
around.
boxes in her lap, yeah.
I just want to roll around in it and see how it feels.
Oh, I just meant for her to, like, sit in a chair. While
Yeah,
I
we could
use
put
the
them in her
wheelchair.
lap. She can't
Could
feel
also
her
do
legs
that.
anyways.
I think she
feel her
can.
lap.
There is actually something in the box we'll need in a bit.
The two move back to the entrance, and I'm faced with the myriad boxes I'll have to carry.
Myriad
Here,
boxes
I love
sounds like a spell in
Home
D&D.
Depot.
It does look like Home Depot.
Looks like
The
there's a...
orange shells.
Yeah, it does look like a Home Depot.
I cast myriad boxes.
You will.
Myriad.
My favorite chips are Rocky Road. Something feels wrong about saying that, Khazard.
My favorite chips are Rocky Road? I don't understand. I feel
I got a pizza here.
wrong.
Put another coin in the jukebox, baby.
Or maybe Rocky Road is an actual flavor of chips.
No, because Rocky Road's an ice cream.
Well,
I mean,
obviously it's an ice cream, but maybe
Canada,
it's
they
also...
have ketchup chips.
No,
I've seen
those in
Rocky Road
America.
toffee crisps, which are like
I mean,
chips, like cookies with like marshmallow and stuff on them.
I mean, I can see. I can see like a Rocky Road granola. But no.
I found a recipe. It's not like actually sold, but it's like a recipe for crunching up chip to mix with chocolate to make a potato chip or chocolate Rocky Road.
Interesting.
Hello, how is everyone doing? We are doing good, Pint of Pain. You're only missed about 5 minutes of content so far.
What are you talking about? He's missed the 30 minutes worth of witty banteré we have to offer. Witty repartee. No, I meant to say repartee, but it fused with banter.
I did banter B.
Looks like there's about 10. They're pretty medium-sized. Like, you could fit a table lamp in them. A bunch of medium-sized boxes, the size of small, large boxes. How heavy can they?
More like large, small boxes, if you ask me.
I think they're more medium, small, large.
Thud.
Lift with your knees, Inco.
How would I pick up easier with my knees instead of my hands?
Figure it out. That's where all the muscles are.
This is gonna suck.
The knees are the strongest muscle in your body. Put them to use.
40 pounds of ass? No, we're lifting boxes, not Olivia. Just finished fully finishing Snoop Game. The final bonus chapter made me cry. Those bonus chapters are really great.
Every time someone says that,
Hinkle. Ending 1 is not the final bonus chapter. That one, it is also sad though.
man, every time I listen to somebody who goes about like the whole like such amount of ass, all I think of is like, you remember that thing, lots and lots of trains?
Yeah, I remember.
Lots and lots of trains.
Lots and lots of ass.
Big ass, slow ass, fast ass, slow ass.
I wonder how much 40 pounds of ass is.
About your
40 pounds of ass.
That sounds
about
like
my mom's size.
that sounds like the intro to like a Vsauce video.
How much is 40 pounds?
But how much is 40 pounds of ass? Can we make that? Can we make the like just the first few notes of
Jamie,
the
can you
Vine
pull
sauce?
that up?
Yeah,
The Vine sauce jingle, like just the first few notes, make that a sound effect.
We'll look into that one.
I look at Olivia, and she already has her phone out and pointed my way. Why is she laughing? Why is she pointing? Damn it. This is gonna be all up on Gator Tube, isn't it?
This is what you get for hiring human labor.
I shift my legs and try again.
No, with your other knees.
Your other knees.
No, stage left knees. I actually managed to get this thing off the ground! Yes! I mean, it's only like enough to fit a piece of paper underneath, but it's still something.
Doing the French mistake.
This must weigh at least 70 pounds. What are these loaded with? Bricks?
Cement blocks, actually. But be careful, they're fragile.
I'm more fragile than them.
Maybe, but you're not more valuable.
I'm just gonna internalize that one. Finally, I get the last box in its place. I am dead now. Just throw me outside into the monsoon, wash away in the water.
You've done it, Inco. That was all your secret training. I had you perform menial labor as a way of making you stronger.
I don't know, I've seen a few video essays that say that's actually a cop-out. Is there?
It was
there
either
has
this
to,
or waxing my car.
There has to be at least one video essay seeing if that Miyagi training actually was effective, right? There has to be.
I'm sure. There's probably several.
I mean, that just sounds like a private video title. I spent 2 months doing the Miyagi exercise. Can I beat a 5-year-old in karate?
Well, I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure anyone who even didn't exercise could probably beat a 5-year-old at anything.
A trained 5-year-old, though?
Yes, a trained at 5 years old, you don't really have a trained 5-year-old is not going to have the mental capacity to use all of their skills and techniques unless they're an anime character.
But they're trained. The
That
what
doesn't mean that-
exercise? Have you seen Karate Kid, Pixel? In case you haven't or anyone else hasn't, it's where Miyagi, Mr. Miyagi, the old Asian guy, he's training Daniel, the main kid for the story. Supposed to be, he's like a karate expert and he's supposed to teach him, but he gets him to like wax his car and paint the fence and do all this like manual labor around his house. And when he gets fed up with it, he just starts telling him to do each exercise, and each one correlates to like a different karate move. So it's like, see, I was really teaching you all along. It wasn't just free labor.
Done, Hinkle.
I pick a chair. What was that?
Oh, I was going to go on another tangent, but go ahead.
No. We'll spare a minute.
I was just going to say, they do kind of a clever spin on that with the remake and the Jackie Chan and Jared Smith Karate Kid. The way that Jackie Chan explains it is that he has Dre, that's the kid in the remake, pick up his jacket, put it on, put it down, take off his jacket, show attitude, which is basically thrusting his hands forward because he was giving his mom sass, and he has him do that over and over and over again. And it turns out that those are like basic kung fu blocks and attacks. And the idea being that the reason he taught him like that is that kung fu is everything. Kung fu is in how we act. It's how we pick up the jacket. It's how we put on the jacket. It's how we treat people. Everything.
It's funny.
kung
It's called
fu.
The Karate Kid, despite the fact he is not a karate teacher.
Yeah, that's the funny thing about the movie. Is that there's no. It's in China. It's kung fu. It's not karate.
That just sounds even worse. Like, oh, just put on your jacket, take it off, show some attitude. That sounds like even worse than actually teaching the labor stuff.
I mean, you can't go. I mean, it's Jackie Chan. He can't take him to the ladder factory with the baby right away.
It's the theme. It's the theming is the thing, Khazard. Is that the idea that kung fu is in everything we do, even menial tasks, is an actual philosophy behind kung fu.
Yeah, but you could do actual menial tasks instead of showing attitude. Because I just feel that just makes it sound like, since it's with Jaden Smith, it just sounds like they ghettofied like the aspects of the movie.
Well, I mean, it's just that it's basically just it's teaching him.
This morning?
Sorry, say it again.
How would you feel if you didn't practice kung fu this morning?
But I did.
I got up. I put my pants on. I put my shirt on. Everything is kung fu.
How would you feel if you did not put on the jacket?
I don't understand. I did put on my jacket.
So, I've been doing a lot of research, and the most convincing thing I've seen so far is that Nicki Minaj's butt likely weighs about 20 pounds. So, therefore, 30...
What the hell is that? Is that a new sound? What the fuck was that?
It's the Vsauce intro.
It's a Vsauce intro?
Have you never watched Vsauce?
I've never watched I don't watch YouTubers, guys.
Oh my
You are the
God.
most popular YouTuber I know, except for JonTron.
But Vsauce has been around for like a
Vsauce is
decade.
like
We've linked him
early
in the
internet.
chat a few times.
It's just
I'm
like
pretty
he just does. If you've ever seen like the bald guy asking you a question and then like doing some kind of informative thing, that's him.
What
I
is
don't know.
the
I don't.
hottest thing?
I don't know if it's. I don't know. This is all strange and unusual to me. Why can't the internet just go back to the way it was 10 years ago?
Jeez, the more
This is 10 years ago. Vsauce is more than 10 years ago.
He's been around for ages.
God,
Like he's a video game guy, right? He does.
No,
video
that's
games?
Vine
that's Vine
sauce.
sauce.
Oh,
Vsauce is just a guy.
I know Vine Sauce. I know Vine Sauce. Then
Vsauce is the science guy.
Yeah.
I've never. I don't
The
think I've
more
seen
we
a
talk
Vsauce
about
video.
the more we talk about games and
Where
internet stuff,
are you?
Shima is just finding himself aging more and more.
Where
I see
are
my-
your
I see-
fingers?
I see the liver spots appearing on my arm right now. Where's my muscle mass going? Why is my hair turning gray? Guys, I'm turning.
I'm fucking flabbergasted that you've never seen Vsauce. Like his
I
video,
can't-
it's so
I'm sure if he showed
informative.
me, I'm sure if he showed me a picture or like showed me a video, like there's probably something of his I've watched, but he's just not in my mind.
I've seen some clips of his. I don't like watching his show. I find him annoying.
You're annoying.
What?
But yeah, so 20 pounds for Nicki Minaj's butt. So 30 pounds of ass would be a fucking ludicrous amount.
Well, I meant to ask
two
how
Kardashians.
how
Or
heavy is the woman
Minaj's.
herself? The woman with the 20-pound ass, how heavy is she herself? Because I
Alright,
want to know
please
percentage.
don't tell me you don't know who Nicki Minaj is.
Who is she?
Alright,
Well, give me 1 second. I'm not good with names, but I'm good with faces. I'm not good with this face. I have no idea who this woman is.
No, okay.
Her
I have to say, guys, we can't blame Shima for not knowing this stuff. With how he just said it got triple degrees where he lives this week. He's been living under a rock to avoid dying from the sun.
That is typically our tactics, is that we have to avoid the summer waves. No, the only thing I see Nicki Minaj here is that she did the ending credit song in the Barbie movie.
okay.
I have no idea who this person is, except I've heard the name before.
She was the voice of Sujilite in Steven Universe.
Oh,
Like,
really?
one episode.
Oh,
I've not seen Steven Universe.
That's not surprising.
I know they tend to get celebrities or singers to
Yeah,
voice
celebrity
parts.
singers.
Even
Which is
She's
why
a
we
rapper.
which is why we only hear the Fusions talk once, aside from Garnet. Remember, you guys also said Olivia's ass takes up like 90% of space. So yes, 90% of space only weighs 40 pounds.
This is
40 pounds for
this is science.
thinking.
I'm just saying that there's a billion content creators on YouTubers. I can't possibly be expected to follow them all.
We should probably continue the scene.
Shima. Yeah. We'll make fun of Shima later for this. I pick a chair and collapse in a heap. Luckily, I chose the one Olivia is in. She makes a nice pillow.
Okay, on a 40-pound ass, what's the mass of a mole on it? Please tell me someone gets that joke.
Vaguely. I remember it's some kind of scientific measurement.
Yeah, it's some kind of scientific term for mass.
Oh, mold. Yes, MOL, molecule.
That was
I
the
remember.
joke.
I remember my chemistry lessons all of a sudden. It leaves you after a while, you know.
My muscles are on fire. Though,
Then you should probably put them out.
to be honest, I don't know if I could have done all that at the beginning of the year. I guess I am getting stronger. Thanks,
See?
Coach.
I was gonna say last video that this guy kind of reminds me appearance-wise of the guy from Huge Quest. So that last line is really funny.
I remember Huge. See, that's the kind of stuff I recognize. I know Huge Quest.
What's Huge Quest?
Huge Quest was a thread on TG where it was basically a guy draws stuff and he has the people
That was Plague of
post
Rice,
it.
man.
Yeah.
That was it was Plague of Grace.
Plague. Well, Plague did art. I don't know if he was the original guy in the thread.
I mean, I thought, Huge Quest. I remember it was a TG thread. Basically, it was the
it's a-
goal.
Video now. They made it into a video like 12
Oh.
years ago. Scruff, put it in VC.
They might have done a thread simulator of it, where they take
Yeah,
the thread and
of
voice
Jamie.
over it. But the point is, that is what Huge Quest was that it was it was the character whose quest was to get huge, and the guy was asking for responses from the thread, telling him what to do next in order to get more huge, and the goal was to become as huge as possible.
Aha.
There
I'm
it
sorry,
is.
I was still reading stuff about butt calculations. Real life thing?
Man, Hinkle's
Mole,
really
wait.
going down, getting his degree in ass
No, I'm
astronomy.
saying this was a real life thing. Somebody trying to get as huge as possible.
No,
It's a
It sounds like
No,
one of
it's
the
a shit.
yeah, a little
it's a shit post. Yes.
little game
Quest on
thread.
TG. It wasn't.
Okay.
Yeah,
And-
I mean that's what the
Okay.
video was based on, was that thread on TG. Like TG does these quest threads where the OP will just basically have a premise and the players, quote unquote, is just the other posters in the thread while the OP acts as a sort of GM. And Huge Quest, like I said, the goal was a man whose goal was to get as huge as possible.
Yeah, they don't do them anymore. Now they're all on Quest, aren't they?
Yeah, they
I mean,
they made an entirely new board for
yeah,
it because TG apparently TG doesn't like fun is the only takeaway I can take from that. They had to move them all to Quest.
Mods don't like fun.
Yeah. Also, I mean, I miss following some of the quests on MLP, but all the ones I followed died. Or the artists just, like, disappeared. Sad.
They still do some of them every now and again, but I don't remember many that aren't from, like, the Halcyon days of MLP.
Yeah. But I was saying, the ones I follow, like, all died, and it's like, aw, I like those.
Well, the diehards are getting all worked up for the cup going on.
Oh, yeah. You see, we're already in summer. We're already good.
Can't wait for Shima to lose his voice again.
No, we're doing great. I don't have any reason to lose my voice yet. Knock on wood, knock on wood, knock on wood.
It doesn't matter. It's a baddie.
Yeah, but you don't want to jinx it.
Even if you win, you don't get anything.
I don't want to jinx anything.
Hinkle going down the ass rabbit hole. Well, it's a good thing it's in that order, not the other one.
Rabbit ass. Yeah, I'll go down that.
What?
If it's anthropomorphic.
Oh.
If it's that rabbit girl from One Piece.
Yeah, Carrot's too pure. I wouldn't go down Carrot's hole. Carrot is Dotaru material, not waifu material.
I guess I'm getting stronger. Iadakan walks back into the dark room with a small black toolbox.
Oh, good. You're done.
I've seen comments in the chat. We are so close, or oh, this is my favorite part. I think we should go on a few more tangents. Let's just keep edging the chat.
I hate
that you like to make some progress.
I hate that you refer to it that way. Come on out and take a breather. That looked tough, you pansy.
I'd rather stay here. Oh, I think this is my home now. Yeah, I'm good.
Well, not good for you. My rent's outrageous.
I think I could swing it.
Oh, you probably could.
Yeah, as I found out, apparently I'm rich. Olivia shows up in the doorway behind Iadakan.
I'm surprised you didn't use the dolly or my wheelchair.
But what dolly?
It's like 3 of them.
Look at his face. So
Before you get started with me, Inco, you didn't ask. I mean, all you had to do was look to the left, and they were right there.
Man's looking at him like he looked at the teak to leak.
Besides, that would have been the shortcut to your training, and training has no shortcuts.
What's the dog girl name in One Piece? I didn't know there was a dog girl in One Piece.
Wanda.
Wanda.
Yeah. Wanda is the dog girl.
So is Cosmo the cat?
She's a good girl.
Not as cute as Carrot. Carrot's the cutest mink.
Color schemes. Wani is Cosmo.
Yeah, but Wanda's older. So.
For the love of... I hate you.
That's the spirit. Let your anger fuel your energy.
Olivia stifles her laughter into a snickering snort fest.
Strike me down, and your passage to the dark side will be complete.
A goblin's laughter.
Your mood will improve when you see just what you've been carrying.
Oh? He grabs a box cutter from the shelf and slices the top of one open.
It's roofies.
Our teacher
Delicious roofies.
Our teacher pulls out what looks like a large overhead lamp from the box. Oh! Oh, sweet! So that means...
that you'll be making your own prints for midterms.
That sounds awesome! Oh man, I can't wait to...
But before any of that, these need to be assembled.
Oh, that was a great timing for the chat soundboard.
Oh, Ragdoll. It's probably still going on. We're probably just ended.
The rest of the parts are taken from the first box and set down meticulously. Olivia's gotten curious, as she's rolled up to the station and handling one of the funnier looking pieces.
Anywho, here you two go.
Wait, 2?
Yes, 2. Don't think I didn't notice you watching Inco so much.
especially the behind. The stammered denial from Olivia does nothing to wipe the cheeky grin from her teacher's face.
Watching all 40 pounds of that human ass.
He definitely does not have a 40-pound ass. If Nicki Minaj's is 20.
God, somebody, I don't know, somebody's probably done an edit of that one meme of the one guy with the giant ass and the three guys staring at it.
Probably. If not Inco, at least Anon, I'm pretty sure. But what about you, Mr. Iadakan?
I'll be right back. I'm just going to get some cigarettes from the store.
I wonder what Ben thinks after what happened. Oh yeah, he won't be thinking once Mia gets to him.
I get the sneaky suspicion, I'm just going to call it now, I think Ben is going to break up with Mia over this, and then it'll start a sympathetic arc. It'll be a sympathetic arc for me, like Mia bros. Here's how we can still win. It'll be a sympathetic arc for Mia after Ben breaks up with her and makes her realize the consequences of her actions, and also paints Ben as being even more villainous than it did before. Just two more streams, Mia bros. We got this.
He makes his way to the door again.
Get started without me. I need to go fetch some things.
Before either Olivia and I could speak up, he's left the room. Olivia already has the toolbox open on her lap. Ah, right then. I grab the folded up instructions and lay it out, seeing the details of the bizarre device fully assembled.
Giraffe.
Yes, we are assembling the giraffe. Okay, so... Thunk.
Step 1. Break your toe. I did that years ago.
Again, the chat's really getting on it for the timing tonight.
Whoa. Hand me the next piece.
Of ass?
The next piece. The next piece is real.
That's the real sequel to One Piece, the next piece.
It's perfect. Oh, did I scare you?
Yes, you scared me. These things are heavy. What if you dropped that on something? Or someone?
I didn't, though.
Okay, just because your legs don't work doesn't mean mine don't. Gotta be careful.
I want to match.
But you could have.
And I didn't.
Olivia's tail reaches for some brackets, but I grab the limb before she could take them. Hold on, we gotta do things right or the enlarger might not work right. She retracts her tail from the table.
You're no fun. It's just an oversized lamp.
That's a gross oversimplification.
Yeah. I was going to say that. You're a gross oversimplification.
And then that hurt me.
Iadakan's gonna make you use the one you break.
This means I can sketch more, right?
Well, it'd mean you can't participate and learn about photography.
Photography is your thing, so it doesn't really apply to me much, does it? Except for the fact that I'm in the class.
Well, maybe that's the case for you, but photography's my thing. It's the whole reason I took this class, after all.
That's what you said.
Oh. Sorry.
Yeah, that's a little weirdly worded.
This is just a general art class, I think.
No, there's two classes Iadakan teaches. He teaches a photography class that has Ben and Inco in it, and then he also teaches the art class, which has Inco and Olivia in it.
Yeah.
Unless Olivia has also been in the one with Inco and Ben, and we just never noticed her.
I think we would have at this point.
He didn't notice the dollies that were right there. Thank you, Belle.
Catching up.
There's a very good chance Olivia might be in that class and he hasn't noticed her because he didn't turn his head 20 degrees to the right.
It's possible. But also, this could be for the art class, and there's just some photography in the general art class.
That too.
It's also possible.
I don't respect photography. It's not a real art form.
Why do you hurt me this way, Olivia?
I don't
Just
respect
pushes
you.
her down a flight of stairs.
I just don't respect you, Inco. You're not a real life form.
Now, are you saying it because I'm a photographer or because I'm a human?
Yes.
Because you're a man.
Oh. Oh right, we covered. You go onto that one image board.
Right.
Yeah.
What was it called? It's called the Crystal Cafe in real life, but what was it called in this?
I forget.
Oh,
The Krusty Cafe?
The Femcell Forum.
Yeah, chat. Do you guys remember what was Olivia's
Lizard
favorite?
Lounge.
Lizard Lounge.
it's like not. Is it because I'm a man? Is it because I'm a human or a photographer? Neither. It's because you're white.
Olivia politely rests her hands in her lap. Her eyes linger on the box of parts.
Sorry. Well...
Huh?
How does it work then?
The print enlarger? She
The
shakes.
Swedish-made print enlarging pump.
She shakes her head.
Photography.
Well, see, you point this little circle at something, and then you press this button, and that's it.
That could have been describing either. Like, why the giant lamp thing? It's all digital today, right?
Huh. I never thought of it that way.
It provides lighting.
I think that's
It
the
makes
first time.
a digital lens doesn't give the right lighting for a scene, right?
I think so. Sounds right. I think that's the first time someone's actually asked me about it. Oh, now we get a moment where Inco gets to gush about something like Olivia did with Gundam.
Gush over his nerd bullshit.
Sure. I've had lots of mid-shower rehearsals explaining my hobbies and their cultural significance to others, but none of that's coming to me right now.
Let me tell you about DLR.
And that's also a problem I have, where like I have all these things I'd like to say, and then when I actually get an opportunity to say them, it's just yeah.
Like, I got all these things I want to say about Rexicans, but when I finally meet one, they just blank out.
Oh my god.
This is why I just go on to 4chan and
Do
argue.
I want to talk about them hopping the wall, or how much I dislike their culture?
I'm gonna go get a bag of chips.
This is just why I like to
No,
go on
Hinkle,
4chan and argue at
you didn't
random.
move the boxes, Hinkle. You can't take the chips!
He's already taken the chips.
I'm also gonna go get something. I'll be right back.
No, don't leave me alone with them. Hi, Khazard.
Well, this certainly just got awkward.
Yeah. Huh.
So,
How's your wife, Boo?
about that local sports team?
I don't know what's
He
actually going on.
doesn't know anything about those. He's
Well, it actually came up topic of conversation last week. Scruffy actually pointed out to me the Coyotes, my state's hockey team, is apparently getting taken away to Salt Lake City. I mean,
You guys never talk to each other outside of streams. You're absolutely right. We're like Penn and Teller. You know, once the mic goes off, the camera goes off, we just leave. We hate each other.
we only pretend to be tolerant around each other for the sake of the streams. If he didn't pay me, I wouldn't be here. You are paying me, right?
Yes, the check is in the mail.
Excellent. I've been waiting for it for 12 months, but I'm sure it'll get here any day now.
Yeah, you know how snail mail is.
coming.
The check is coming.
It's gonna be great.
I just remember that Simpsons episode when they flash forward to the future where Lisa's president, they're getting on Lisa for the budget, and Bart's just like, "Come on, China, you used to be cool. The check's in the mail. Chillax." And China's like, "No, we still cool. You pay later.
Hey, yo, the pizza here.
I'm here.
Are you here with the pizza?
Somebody played a pizza sound in the chat just as you arrived.
Again, they're killing it with the timing.
Hey,
The chat soundboard has been one of the best things.
Hate you.
Oh, is that a new one?
That's a new sound.
I hate you.
It's so me, for real, for real.
So, Hinkle, what flavor are your chips?
Frito.
What flavor are your Fritos?
Frito.
Freedom. Freedom Fritos.
No, are they normal Fritos? Are they the Honda barbecue twist ones, i.e.
They're
the
normal.
objectively best ones?
No, the normal are the objectively best ones.
Well, looks like we're at odds here.
I like Frito pie.
Frito pie, like a dessert?
No,
You've never
it's-
had Frito pie?
It's like it's
No,
it's like chili on top of Fritos, or is
Yeah.
it Fritos on top of chili? I forget the order.
It doesn't matter. You just put one on top of the other, and then you put cheese on it.
Oh, so it's like nachos but with Fritos.
No, I mean, no.
you
put
do like a
okay,
casserole dish, like
Yeah, okay. You want to know how to make Frito pie? You take Fritos, you put them in a bowl, you put canned beanless chili on top of them, and then you put taco cheese on top of that. That's Frito
Yeah.
pie.
Sounds good.
It
I mean, it also sounds like I said. It sounds like a deep dish nachos. Like whenever I get nachos at a bar, they usually do like
There's
nachos.
cheese. I mean, there's no queso and there's no chips. I mean, they're chips, but they're not.
I thought you just said you layer cheese on the
Yeah, but not queso.
Frito pie.
You use taco, like sprinkle taco cheese.
Oh,
yeah, like
okay. I
shredded
mean that
cheese.
makes sense, but it's like cheese either way. The point being,
Yeah, but it's not the same.
Yeah, the texture's different, Shima.
I'm a Shima.
yeah, it's like it's different type. Yeah, it's different types of cheese. I admit, but it is like both cheese being applied to both nachos and the Frito pie.
Don't play Deborah's advocate with me, Shima.
You never question a Texan when it comes to Frito pie, Shima.
A ladder is a ladder. Why do you have to specify whether it's a step ladder?
A ladder's a ladder. No, you see, a step ladder is one that folds out and has actual like steps on it for you to climb, whereas just a regular ladder has no folding. It's just a single solid piece.
But with it, it's a ladder.
Have you ever had fish in milk?
That sounds just.
No,
Wait,
Pixel, I have not, and now
I was about to say no, but
curiously intrigued about it now.
I was about to say no, but I've actually cooked that before. I've cooked a halibut in coconut milk once before.
Oh, that sounds like it would be good.
Yeah, it was a.
I know I was on your side for queso is just a kind of cheese, but coconut milk is not milk.
I mean, technically, I think you're right, but it is as close to a thing as I can imagine for this scenario. And I'm sure you might be able to just substitute like regular milk for it in one way or another.
Now,
According to morphological taxonomy, coconut is a mammal.
I was
Now,
just joking.
if you
Sheila,
According
what
to
the
all
fuck?
known laws of aviation, coconuts should not be able to fly.
The coconut, of course,
Now,
flies anyway.
if you broke up the fish into chunks, like say a can of tuna, and had it in the milk, would it count as cereal?
No, cereal is grains.
Cereal
It's-
cereal literally
No.
means grain.
Yeah, therefore it's a salad.
No, it would be a soup.
Okay,
No,
no.
that-
Salad with
I see what you're doing with
dressing.
this. I see what you motherfuckers are doing with this. This is the fruit salad conversation all over again, and I am not going back. You hear me? You are not making me go back to fruit salad.
Wait. Now we have to go back. Fruit salad conversation?
It was this 30 minute. Well, I guess 30 minutes is actually rather tame by modern standards, but it was like a 30-minute tangent when we were doing Ace Attorney. I think it was the 5th case of the first game. I don't know how the
it's
conversation
the one
came
where
up.
the thumbnail is a salad.
It was this basic. I forget how it came up, but Zenthuri, Hinkle, and Khazard went on for 30 fucking minutes arguing about fruit salad.
Oh, I
about
think
what makes a salad of fruit and like what makes it instead of a fruit soup or something. I forget. I was into it for like the first 5
yeah, I
minutes.
think it was
It's
like
haha, this is
if you put dressing into a salad, does it count as soup?
Haha, this was a wacky food-based conversation that I was into. It was funny for
Welcome
the first
back,
5,
Scruffy.
maybe even 10 minutes, and then it just kept on going and going and going and going, and it drove me. I actually got mad. I actually got mad at that moment because I was so done.
I
I
think
was
it
so done
evolved.
listening to about fruit salad.
I think it evolved because someone posted an image in the VC chat earlier before the stream about like the sandwich alignment chart of like what counts as a sandwich versus a hot dog versus a
Well,
Pop
I
Tart.
think there was also the thing about how every food can be defined as either a salad, a soup, a pizza. A salad, a soup, a sandwich, or there was a fourth thing. I don't remember what it was.
A salad, a soup, a pizza, or a sandwich?
Maybe it was a pizza, but I also seem to remember pizzas being argued to be open-faced sandwiches.
Yeah, that pizza is just a sandwich with only one bottom crust. Because if you slapped one pizza on top of another pizza upside down, that's a piece of sandwich.
If you put basil on a pizza, does that make it a salad?
See, this is what I fucking hate. Because it can go on and on and on. Because there's no right answer. Everyone has a point, but it just goes back and forth.
I got
Pasta
myself.
dishes are salads, obviously.
I got myself a bowl of ice cream. What do you classify that as?
I feel like I'm
That's
taking
obvious.
It's a
Obviously,
hypothetical that never ends. It goes on and
Hold on,
on.
Ice
No,
cream
I
is
wanna-
obviously a soup.
Wait, what's obviously a soup?
Ice cream.
Yeah,
I can see
I guess
that.
it's the only. Yeah, it's in a
It's
bowl.
just
You
a
eat it with
it's a solid soup, and then when it melts, it's an actual soup.
because it's in a bowl. You eat it with a spoon. It melts, so eventually it's gonna be soup one way or another. Eventually.
What kind of ice cream is it, Scruffy?
Called brownie batter.
Ooh, that sounds good.
That does
we
sound good.
just swung by the store.
According to a
We got some
10-second
coffee ice cream.
According to a 10-second Google search, the word salad comes from the French salada, meaning salted, as in salted herbs.
Oh, that's because I don't usually imagine salt and salad at all.
So if you
No,
put,
you use like dressing. and
so if you put some salt on a joint, it would count as a salad.
technically,
Not out of the
yes.
question to put like a little salt and pepper on a salad.
I put pepper on salad. I don't usually think about putting salt on a salad.
I throw a little on.
I mean,
So yes, a fruit salad is not a salad, but if you put salt on a joint, it is a salad.
It is salad.
So sure, I've had lots of mid-shower rehearsals explaining the difference between a soup and a salad, but none of that's coming to me right now, oddly enough.
What?
It's all about shot composition, and this machine is a part of the production of it. Getting the right things in the right places at the right time to evoke a certain feeling. And no, I'm not talking about sex.
Are you sure? Composition is the thing in painting too, you know.
I'm ill-prepared for Olivia's comeback.
My video essays didn't explain what to do if someone argues back.
Oh no, a counterpoint. I can't deal with this. Usually everything's just a straw man. Yeah, but it's a lot easier to pick the composition you want. You don't have to worry about any factors other than yourself.
And that's why it's less of art.
Wait, is he talking about the photography or the painting?
I think photography.
Yeah, because a painting, you can paint it however you
saying
want.
that when it comes to composing a painting, it's easier
Oh, okay,
because
maybe.
you're doing it all yourself.
Yeah, see, here we go. With
Especially since
photography,
Inco seems to have an angle for naturalistic photography.
with photography, you have to build the set to get a good photo. That's the fun of it.
Oh, why would you want to limit yourself like that? Why not just draw? Why not just draw whatever you're taking a picture of instead?
Well, geez, Olivia, at that point, I'll just get an AI to do it instead.
Yeah. You could express all kinds of things you could never express with a photo.
Olivia taps a claw on the imager, the metallic ping echoing in the small room.
What sets all this junk apart from just lines on a page?
Oh my god, she's breaking down my everything I built my life up to. What do I do?
Kill yourself.
Tell her she has no legs.
Tell her she has no legs to stand on.
Her argument doesn't have anything to stand on.
The technique and vision. She smirks at my petulant comment.
I find your argument shallow and pedantic.
Fine, I'll show her. I'll prove to you that this takes skill. And then the game turns into Pokemon Snap, but with dinosaurs.
You know, one thing I'd like to say in Inco's defense is that photography is really great for capturing a moment in a way that painting isn't. Painting is never going to capture a scene exactly the same way that a photograph was. Like, she's right, you can do things with a painting that you can't do with taking a photo, but sometimes that's not the point of art. Sometimes the point of art is capturing a moment from a certain angle or a certain light that you can't replicate exactly through the hand, because it's not going to be exactly the same as the image itself.
So what you're saying is...
Like the double rainbow guy.
Art is an explosion.
Yeah. Or whatever Gator said. I forgot what his little tick was. I think it was saying
It was art is an explosion, but I always felt like it should have been art is a blast.
I think the dub made it art is a bang.
No, I recall saying art is an explosion like a lot.
Oh no, I'm reading.
Then
no,
he
those
also
are early...
says katsu, which gets
katsu.
Translated to bang.
Photography is you take the moment forever, while painting is putting what your mind perceives. Yeah, basically, it's like saving the real moment, whereas the painting you could accentuate the feeling behind the moment, the abstractness of it.
Like I would go so far to say is I think Olivia is right in that it takes more talent and practice to become a good artist than it is to become a good photographer. But photography can do things that painting can't. There's value to the art.
Not even art. I think that's me just putting my voice into her of arguing the whole talent aspect of it. I think her point is that it's just needlessly limiting. I don't necessarily agree with, but.
Yeah, I mean, I know that's kind of your voice putting into her, but I wouldn't be surprised if that's like just based on implications. I feel like that's a way that Olivia would actually think.
Olivia, why do you care about limits? You're already crippled. You've been dealing with them your whole life.
That's why I don't want more limits, idiot.
Yeah, that actually might be just the whole point of her argument. She can't just ride around anywhere to take a photo.
Doctor, deactivate my wheelchair inhibitors.
All this time I've been holding back.
But wait, what happens when you deactivate the wheelchair inhibitor?
She just falls to the ground.
The wheelchair gets up and starts fighting.
Turns into one of those horrible sentient machines from Aqua Teen the movie.
The fucking growing machine.
I hold the lighting portion up, making sure it's at the right angle, and fasten the last portion of the enlarger in. I plug the machine in and flip the switch, happy that it works right and lights up the entire base. Olivia looks at me with confusion as I move to the entrance of the room and flick the light switch, bathing the room in bright red again.
Okay, so I was a little confused. This is a dark room. Why does it look like a warehouse?
Well, I mean,
it's doubling. It's just kind of serving dual purpose. It looks like.
I thought Iadakan was trolling them, and they just took him to a dark room, but it was actually just a warehouse with the lights turned off.
I mean, really, for the dark room, you just need to make sure no outside light can get in. For the most part, like you can have a normal light in there. So yeah, they probably just have a sectioned off corner in the side for the photo development.
I don't know enough about how photo development works, but I assumed a dark room needs to be small.
A
could be any
huge
size
closet for a classroom.
Yeah, it's bigger than the class. It's bigger than the classroom itself.
It's more than likely that it's like his personal storage room, since he teaches multiple classes in this room.
Yeah.
So
or maybe multiple classrooms connected to the storage room.
I would say typically dark rooms are probably small just because, you're working with a lot of chemicals. You let the photo sit for a bit. You just don't want too much to, step on
Yeah.
it, like take up too much space with pools of chemicals, because you do
I
need
see.
ventilation.
Mm-hmm.
Also, this is where he keeps all the bodies. That's why it's so big.
Caveman on. I made a scaly dating game, you know. Oh, really? Where is it here? I wonder when we'll get to that part. Ooh. It's so red. The red
Wow.
room.
Red room, as some might pronounce it.
Going back to our workspace, I pulled the developed negatives from my backpack and slot the slide I want into the carrier.
I feel like developed negative is a very good way of describing Inco.
That's poetic.
And ta-da! The negative carrier in place in the machine. A blurry gray blob is projected onto the base.
TV Pixel, you're incorrect. The failed PS4 game is a parody of Snoot Game.
Yeah, because it came out second.
Yep.
Snoot Game came out first.
What?
Give me a minute. You can't rush perfection, Olivia. I hold the manual.
Perfection, hurry up. Perfection, hurry up.
Say it one more time and it comes out of the mirror to kill you.
Perfection, hurry up. Ah!
It's Jesus!
I hold the manual under the light to the side of the blob, checking which knob is which and slowly turn them.
You had died.
That was close. That was close.
As the lens and billows shift, the Rorschach test transforms, gaining more definition until finally it becomes the spitting image of the school's front entrance. Of all the negatives, he chose the one of a building. I can even do this. I take out the negative and place another on top it before slotting the carrier back in, while also increasing the strength of the light. The image displayed is now the entrance with half a dozen semi-transparent students in front of it. See, this is what's called double exposure. It's how you fake ghost photos.
I was just gonna
Okay,
say,
actually, is this something you know about? Because that's fucking cool sounding.
I mean,
yeah, it does.
I know double exposure can happen when like two negatives, you overlay a negative on another one, or in the film reel, an imprint of a previous image can get onto one. Because I've seen them test that a few times on the ghost shows of, well, this looks possibly fake. Can we replicate this with this old style camera that they would have used then?
Interesting.
I remember one was even, they took the film out of the camera, unraveled it, scratched it with a nail, re-raveled it, and then took the photos, and it actually came out very similar to the supposed ghost writing photo that they were testing this. And I was like, oh wow, that just seems like a neat technique to use for normal photography too.
That is cool. I mean, I don't. This is generally just really cool to me in concept because I don't really know a lot about developing photos. But the idea of how you can make light play off of the images in these unique ways is interesting to me.
Yeah, that's why they got the darkroom and the red light stuff, because then you can control the light, which imprints the image onto the actual photo paper.
Did the music just speed up or did I lag?
You think you lag.
It slowed down again. What did you do?
I overlapped another shot. The backgrounds are the same and doubled up, so I had to intensify the light, otherwise the entrance would be too dim.
So, that would take me a few minutes to do tops. It'd look a lot better too.
She smirks. I think she's feigning her apathy this time. Her tail gives her away. It's a lot more technical, I guess, but I only knew how to do this kind of stuff from Mr. Iadakan's lectures about negatives.
What else can you do with this thing?
Well, the Amish believe it captures souls, so we could experiment on that.
That's what Mr. Iadakan does back here.
I don't know, but What's that smell? Oh, shit. I shit myself again.
I shit myself for the second time today.
Good shit! Good shit!
Olivia, when she heard that. I pulled out the negative carrier and went and said how hot it is. Oh, crap, shit. Olivia is quick to rip the plug from the socket.
Did we lose some sound effects?
No, I don't think we did.
Got rid of the pussy one just because nobody really used it.
That's probably good.
Acceptable. Fatal Frame Snoot Edition. That'd be a fun mod. Inco, I could also make it look like you can actually walk and expose you as a big fat phony.
This is how I make my deep fakes.
See, back in the day, we actually had to put in work to screw over people. With my sleeve, I open up the carrier and see I've managed to melt the two negatives together. Aw, man, I was going to use that. All that work, and I go and mess it up trying to prove something. Olivia's never going to let me live this down. Unless if she never knows this was an accident.
Shoves her face in the chemicals.
unless she never knows anything ever again.
I mean, she's already crippled.
What?
She's already crippled.
Who would question her somehow drowning in the photo fluid?
Oh, I thought you were saying because she is crippled, she can't possibly know things.
She's crippled. Who would believe her?
The green gator girl lays a sympathetic hand on my shoulder to my surprise.
Hey, shit happens.
Not to me,
Especially
though.
when you're playing with shit.
Ah, good point.
I'm trying to figure out how Scruffy got the gator next to his icon.
Custom ones. Or at least
I've ruined a lot of paintings in the past too, you know?
Did you melt the paintings to each other?
That might have been a good way to save them.
She takes the reels from the war metal plate and holds them up to the red light, trying to see through them.
But yeah, you should be able to do custom activity.
There we go, I did it. Oh, wait.
And then you pick the image. You title it whatever you want.
Don't know if you guys heard this, but there was a
There we
mod
go.
jam for Snoop games, so you have even more to get through when you go back. Oh, I didn't know they were doing. There was a mod jam. That sounds like fun.
What does that mean?
I get it means like a game
A bunch
jam.
of devs get together and like make mods, basically.
Yeah, so it's just like, hey, everybody, make a bunch of mods.
Yeah, Jam is like a contest where everyone makes mods to go with Snoop Game, and then they have a contest about which mods were the best.
And you've got more shots on this thing. I was going to say something, now I forgot. Something about something.
Couple of short, mid-sized ones. Some of them are pretty fun. One is
yeah,
kind
the
of like
Ace Attorney
Ooh. Oh wait,
It's-
I think I might have seen that one, or seen images of that one.
Like, do you actually collect evidence and present it?
Who knows?
Or is it just you sort of follow the path of an Ace Attorney-like story?
There's so much you could do in this game. You can draw. Who knows what you can do?
I bet it'd be cool. I think it would be easy enough to do an Ace Attorney mod for just like, because it's just like adding an inventory and coming up with extra dialogue for pressing and presenting evidence and such.
Ace Snoop Tourney.
Ace Snoot Tourney.
But I like those shots. I haven't seen shots that good since Ending 1.
I'm fairly certain the program this is used for, given it is used for visual novels, already has like an inventory system built into it. It's just not used for these games.
Anyway, then go retake them.
It's not that easy. Like, it has to be the exact same time and weather, and everyone has to be standing in the same position.
And the clouds have to be exactly the same.
Lighting?
No, lightning.
The abrupt darkness coincides with the vague ambient sound of the ventilation shuddering to a halt. Oh no, the vents stopped. Now the imposter can get in.
You got the power.
Boom, 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 boom.
Quick,
boom.
someone check electrical. The blackness is all-encompassing. I can't even see Olivia, who I know is right next to me. The camera turns on and it's Mia instead.
Hello!
Are you among me?
Her voice helps me confirm that we're still alive in some fashion.
Excuse me?
But there's a shakiness in her tone, which sends a tense rattle down my spine.
Mia killed the power.
Our breathing is the only noise. It's as if we've been encapsulated in a void of nothingness. I'm still here.
Like they've just been dropped into one of those senses deprivation chambers.
I know that.
Then why'd you ask?
I didn't. Fuck off.
I plant my hand down to embrace her shout, feeling the still warm metal of the enlarger base. So I thought that said snout. Like he just grabs her face. Okay, there you are. I'll just hold this spot.
Brace her snout.
I'll just grab your snoot and you won't be able to open it.
But, I don't have dark vision.
Yeah, I guess the school lost power.
Don't you have phones with flashlights?
Don't you have phones? I feel something cover my hand. And then squeeze.
It's a spider.
She's afraid of the dark.
Painfully. Ow, 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 ow.
Oh, yeah, because she also grabbed him in the elevator. I wonder if she is scared of the dark. That'd be cute.
Oh.
She also grabbed him so hard she hurt him in the elevator where it was dark.
Sorry.
I thought that was just more tension from being hunted by Mia.
Scared gators to hug in the dark.
The pressure lessens, but she doesn't let go of my fingers.
You remember those books?
Yes, and actually, I feel like that deserved more than a chuckle from me. I'm sorry.
There's the one sorry to tangent it. There's one story from that sticks with me because it was kind of messed up for a kid's book.
I feel like I have that book somewhere in my house. But
A lot of them were messed up. Which one was it?
What was it?
The Scarecrow one.
What was the name of the book series again?
Scary
Scary
stories
stories to tell in the dark.
Oh, yeah, I kind of
said-
remember those.
It was a series. I thought there was just
Or
the two.
There was I thought there was three.
I think
There was Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark more, and then I think Even More or something.
Yeah.
But it was about like a scarecrow or some kind of dummy that this family made and abused whenever they got upset. And then one day it turned out the dummy came to life and like killed and skinned them and put their skins on the roof to dry.
Like,
It just kind of came out of nowhere. It was really sudden.
Did it make them into scarecrows?
No, it just was tanning their hides basically.
That's so extreme for a scarecrow.
The pictures definitely contributed to my nightmares.
Oh yeah,
There's also the one about the girl.
I think the scarecrow was the picture they used for the cover, wasn't it?
Yeah. There's also the one about the girl who had the spider eggs in her cheek.
Yeah, that picture will forever remain in my mind.
That one just sounds horrifying, even if it wasn't a scary story.
I mean, that just sounds like an in real life scary story. I'm
Yeah,
sure there's
yeah.
actual images.
Yeah,
A lot of them are not supernatural. A lot of them are just, oh, that's a scary scenario that could happen to you.
I remember I heard a story. There was this girl who, like, working at a post office, back when you had to lick the envelopes to seal them shut, and she got a paper cut, and it turned out there was, I think it was roach eggs on the envelope, and they started growing in her tongue because they got in through the cut. So yeah, the spider eggs in the cheek probably isn't too far off from reality.
There's I remember a thread. I saw it in real time. It became famous later. On some, I think it was V.
Please stop.
Maybe not.
Never.
Of a guy who opened up his Wii U. And,
And it had those like killer hornet bees in it.
No, well, it didn't have the bees in it. It had
by the
spiders
way,
in it.
I found the thing there, Hinkle.
It had a nest of like brown, highly venomous brown denning spiders, but they all were seemingly dead.
Oh, I saw that.
And then
one
somebody posted, they were like, "Hey, OP, those are whatever spiders. They're highly venomous, but also wasps notoriously get in their nests, sting them, and paralyze them to lay their eggs. But through the fight, the dennings will also typically end up killing them. So what you end up having is a nest full of paralyzed spiders and nothing else. They're not dead. They're just unconscious at the moment."
Yeah.
And then OP stopped posting.
I hope that OP just stopped posting because he ran him to the, he ran to get some fire.
Yeah, I think he ended up posting more pictures of spiders everywhere. Yeah, that's a horror story to me. Ugh.
Hey, look, I found all these dead spiders. No, they're not dead. They're just sleeping. They've been lying in wait for this moment. I mean, that's just also horrifying that they were inside the Wii. Like, man,
Yeah.
how is there enough space in the console for that to happen?
Willard, I wish you had not typed that.
Spiders.
They just wanted to play Vidya.
Now,
I don't know why.
Would that be a person? First of all, I apologize for these mental images you're all going to be afflicted with. Is that someone sounding with spiders or someone sounding a spider? Like sounding the web stack?
Bug reproduction is something that has always confused me.
That's
I don't
odd.
think they have penises.
But they do. They just get in spiders' cases. I think some of the species, the dick breaks off once it's in there, and then it's like.
So technically, they've got those things by their mouth. Technically,
What?
I don't know.
Well, I think
it's
we
weird.
killed Adept guy.
It's weird because it depends on the species. But basically, they collect it and they put it on those because.
Wait, are we talking about
with-
semen?
Well, the things near their face collect the semen, basically.
Yeah. So what spiders do, most species, is that males will make a sperm sac that they'll offer to the female, and if the female accepts them, then she'll take the sperm sac from the male and put it inside her.
How kind.
How kind?
So
Hey,
others, though,
sure is a
others
good thing.
basically-
It's good thing people don't do that. Oh, here, babe, I got you this filled condom. I hope you like it.
Others have to basically get face to face with the female and pray they don't get eaten before they're done.
Yeah, like Black Widows.
Or mantises. Mantises, the female will eat the head of the male.
They'll just eat the male if they're hungry.
Oh, was it? I thought it was like actually part of the ritual. Like
Oh
mantises
no, they'll
just
always
won't-
eat the male when they're done, but sometimes they'll also just eat the male because they're hungry.
I think we
'cause they
should
wanna
move
mate.
on from this conversation. No, Pint of Pain. Bug sex is very important.
Alright, maybe we should move on.
No,
I'm
it's
trying-
fine.
There was a scary story in the dark, whatever the fuck, that always stuck with me. That was like a person kept on having a dream about a hotel room where all the doors were locked, and then like this weird large woman would come in the room and say something to them. I can't remember what it was, and then they would touch them, and like they would feel the touch as if it was real, and then they'd wake up, and they kept having that dream. And they went on a business trip, and they ended up in a hotel room that looked exactly like that hotel room. And then at one point in the night, they got a knock on the door, and they got up and left. And like, there's just a picture of just like a really weird looking woman that went with it, and that combined with the really just oddly familiar story for me, it just that always stuck with me. Just like the weird repetitive dream that like freaks you out for no good reason.
I saw Beyond Belief that had a similar plot with that.
Is it this one, Hinkle? The one I'm about to post in VC?
I don't know if I want to look, but I'm going to.
Yeah, I saw a Beyond Belief fact or fiction story that had that. Where
Yes.
this lady kept dreaming about a house
The
because they
Pale
were
Lady, I think is what it's called.
and they were looking. Her and her husband were moving. They were looking to find a place, and then they happened to pull up on the house she kept dreaming of. And then when they went to buy it, they just threw to throw an offer down, the lady sold them the house because from her perspective, the lady selling the house was being haunted because she kept seeing a ghost wandering the house every night. So she just wanted to get rid of the house and told the retailer, give it to the first person who shows up wanting to buy it. I don't want this. And it turned out the ghost was the girl dreaming of this place the whole time. I can't remember if it was true or not. I feel like they said it was true.
Wait,
Pixel,
what do you mean true? How could...
Well, because
What?
everything's like fact or fiction. Is it based on a real story or not? And I feel like that
Oh, I
might have been
see.
the ones that they said was based on a true story.
Okay.
Pixel, I really don't like that story you just posted, and I like Adept. This is the most appropriate usage of the Rosa emote, exactly for that kind of post. Y'all need Jesus.
We all need Gator, which maybe we should get back to. I think these people need Gator to wash their senses clean.
There's a subtle shake in the scaly limb in my hand, but when I brush my thumb across it, the limb eases.
I was gonna say it's too bad that story can't show up in one of the scary stories to tell in the dark.
Apparently, they made a movie about that in 2019.
What, eating a girl out?
No.
Not that one.
They made a scary stories to tell in the dark movie
Yes,
in
they did,
2019.
yes.
I was unaware.
I've seen it around, but it's never been on any platform I had availability to whenever I
It did
feel
not
like
get
watching
great
it.
reviews.
Aw.
Looks like they kind of kept to the designs to the books.
Yes, they did though. Like I remember seeing the commercials and just all the trauma was just back again because it was so accurate.
Flooding back.
Oh, it's on Netflix.
Those fucking pictures. I'm sad I looked at that picture, to be honest.
Got a 72% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Wait, which
Just
picture?
open all.
The picture in VC context.
I love 4chan sometimes. They will literally triangulate plane flight patterns and old houses to find dog beaters, but then they'll also go and say shit like that. Yeah,
They also...
isn't 4chan wonderful? Which is why that Netflix documentary about it is going to be stupid.
They also straight up, like, found Al-Qaeda bases and ordered airdrops. Airstrikes.
No, 4chan is fucking crazy. It's a great website.
And then you get stuff like the thing we're playing right now. Or at least...
Yeah, the 4chan is also what you have to thank for Snoop Game.
Snoop Game and Gator. And a few other ones. There's been a few other things they even started.
Oh, that's my line. I understand that. Hey, stop that.
Stop what?
Just that. Stop that thing you're doing with your hand.
Holding it?
I shrug.
Touching your butt?
pulls Olivia's hands over to rub his own butt.
No, what? No, that's not what I meant.
And then went to slap my face when I realized she can't see that. Oh, all right. Standing here in the darkness of the dark room isn't getting us anywhere. Oh, so that's why they call it that.
His face. We should go find.
Wham.
Olivia, Inco, what are you kids getting up to in here? Oh, nothing? Don't scream, it's just me, your good old teacher Iadakan.
Good, that's the response I wanted. My instincts kick in. I throw Olivia first at the threat.
I know, I was going to say, I throw the gator.
I hop back to make space between us and the killer, and I leave the gator girl behind.
I don't have to be faster than the killer, I just have to be faster than Olivia.
I turn my back to them to become a defensive wall. I wrap my arms around Olivia's head to make sure she's 100% protected. Aww.
That's so sweet.
This man is 100% in protect the waifu mode.
Hey, that's wholesome as shit, but it's just me, Mr. Iadakan. If I wanted Olivia dead, she'd be dead already. It took a bit to
I
find.
would have done so already.
Already. I would have finished the job and not just left her with her legs. It took a bit to find a flashlight, but with how this room is...
I love irony. I will have crippled everything except the legs.
When I'm done with her, there will only be a pair of legs.
I look up to the shining white pterodactyl pointing the flashlight at his own face. Oh.
Ooh.
Oh my god, a ghost! A pterodactyl! Oof.
Alexi calls him a git. ... Look, I'm not paying you two to get frisky in the closet. I'll sell it, but I'm not paying you to do it.
You're not paying me at all.
That's what Trigham's class is for.
That name sounds racist.
Okay, so I think you get the first line.
Yeah. I already
We're
said
not
it. You're not
frisked.
paying.
Mr. Iadakan holds up a pale hand, his grin widening.
Relax, I'm just joking around.
I'm not denying that we were getting frisky. I'm just saying we're not getting paid.
He leans against the doorway to get a better look inside the dark room with his flashlight.
Howard, that was the exact joke I was thinking. I just didn't want to say because I didn't want to feed the other joke.
Power's out for the whole block, and apparently our backup generator's decades old and is only keeping the AC on. Someone should get fired for that. Come on, we can wait it out in the studio.
Olivia follows me out into the main classroom as we trail slowly in Mr. Iadakan's wake. The slow silence of his gait sets a nice contrast to the rain lashing against the windows. Whoa, it's really coming down outside. Yeah. It's raining giraffes and gators.
Think it'll flood?
It floods here?
I don't know. I just like floods. Sometimes the ground floor.
Yeah, they're a great faction.
Well, that was almost funny. Good job, Inco.
I've played just enough Halo to be able to make that.
Yeah, you really should stop playing it on Legendary your first time.
Never. See, the audience appreciates it.
Sometimes. The ground floor classrooms used to have carpet, you know.
Did they match the drapes? That was stupid.
I don't have an answer for that. The windows don't have.
Thank you for the flat line. That was deserved.
I find you less attractive as a person.
Iadakan starts pulling something out of his desk, but it's too dark to see what.
It's chips.
It's funny because there's a Rock Ring reference later. Ah, neat.
Don't remind me. That junk just sucked away half a year's funding.
Why they got it to be Shag, who knows?
What is Rock Ring?
Halo. Yeah.
That's the Halo. Yeah, that's the Halo from Snoot game. You ever try teaching people about watercolors without the friggin' watercolors? Was ridiculous.
Yes, I remember.
I remember you were the most upset. All right. Reminded of Olivia's tears, I am rejuvenated.
He sets some tiny tea lights down at one of the desks and begins lighting them. The tiny wicks are set alight with the tiniest of embers, providing the bare minimum of illumination for us to see. So only Despicable Me won.
Oh, the bare minimum of illumination. What does trigger the fire alarms? I said a bad word.
Don't use racial slurs in my class, Olivia. Only I can do that. Anyways, we should be fine. They're too small by themselves.
You know what? School's out. Go nuts.
What are those
When
for?
somebody is stingy in this world, they're being triggeredly.
Been saving these for a rainy day. We're going to be stuck for a while, so why not make it a camp out?
No, see, the Mario movie is not bare minimum illumination. That's actually good illumination.
You can have an old-fashioned skinny cookout.
Or at least decent. Camping inside. I like the sound of that. I don't like
See?
outside.
Actually, Secret Life of Pets 1 is pretty good.
Alright, actually, I do really like Secret Life of Pets. The like Pomeranian thing fucking cracks me up.
I saw
liked it
that
back
movie
when they had
once,
Louis
I
as
don't
the
remember
voice.
too much.
Louis was a voice? What?
Louis C.K. was the original voice of the guy in the first one.
Uh,
Oh, what guy?
The Max, the one dog.
Oh, they changed it?
Yeah, well, because then Me Too came out in between that and the sequel.
Me Too came out.
you know, we always talk about Me Too, but where was Me 1?
Me 1 was overrated. Me 2 was the only thing worth remembering.
A
Me 1
new
was
Me
ahead of
Too
its
dropped.
time. But yeah, no, when Me Too happened, he was like one of the first guys to get hit.
Me Too, Electric Boogaloo.
When are we gonna get Me 3? It's been like 10 years.
No, that was in the stage musical movie.
I mean, we kind of got a Mew 3 with the stone evolutions.
Wait, what the fuck are we talking about now?
Me and Scruffy went in different directions.
He
for that
said
joke.
Me 3, and I said, then I took it and did Mew 3.
Yeah, that's what I did with the musical that Pokemon had.
What about stone evolutions, though?
Like the Mega
The
Stones,
X
the Mega
and Y.
Evolution.
Oh, okay. Mega evolutions. Okay.
So yeah, we kind of had that with the stone
Mew
thing.
3 and 4.
Mew 3 and Mew 3.5.
Yeah, I was actually just about to say that. They Mewtwo is now playable in Pokemon Unite, but you actually get to pick whether or not you can like mega evolve into either X or Y mega evolution. And they have like
playing that again.
I haven't
different-
played Pokemon Unite a bit, but I saw they added Magikarp, and you don't get experience. You have to actually contribute to eventually evolve into Gyarados, which I think is funny. You have to prove
I don't
yourself.
think you have to do what to evolve into Gyarados?
You don't get experience. You only get you don't get like passive experience points. You only get points to level up from actively contributing, like scoring points or killing players. So Magikarp is you have to actually participate in the game to actually get strong.
That's really funny. I've not seen anyone actually play as Magikarp.
Giraffe.
Or didn't you stream it when we played?
Yeah, I remember the day it came out. Yeah,
I would love to do that again. I
should
love
do that again.
game.
Yeah.
I remember one time playing Pokemon Unite, and this I found to be really weird. I was playing ranked mode. I was queuing up for ranked, and a person was on my team that was set up that had a Twitch username. So like, okay, well, I wait for the game to load in. Let me bring up this guy's channel that's on my team, see what he's doing. Turned out he was queuing up for casual. So I'm like, oh, they don't have separate queues. Also, I didn't like it because he kept hitting a bong like every 30 seconds and doing chug challenges. So like, oh great. So I am playing ranked with a person playing like this. So when I inevitably lose, I get punished for it.
I did not know that.
Because this guy's going casual and not taking the game seriously.
I mean, the game also has a huge amount of not just people using bots, but like the game's sponsored bots.
Probably to fill queue rooms.
Yeah, I play a huge amount of games with just bots in me.
Twitch.tv/Nega Khazard. Ah, yes, that's when the guy that's the guy who actually plays video games.
Speaking of which, I like the sound of that.
What would we get in trouble though? It'd be trespassing, right? I thought you were gonna say he was just jacking it when you checked his stream. No, it wasn't Darkside Phil.
That would be funny.
Wait, somebody was jerking it on stream?
Yeah, DSP had the infamous moment
That
when he
was
thought he turned
actually-
the stream off, and he
Oh,
That
he
was
started
the
jacking it.
the anniversary of that was today or yesterday.
Oh my
Why
god!
do people celebrate
Like
the anniversary of that?
Because it was like 9 years ago, and it was
It's-
really funny because like he's like, oh, you saw that.
And it's just fucking crazy that Darkside Phil is still streaming in general because he's awful at
Think
games.
of how
and
many
he's
man
people he
Has
outlived.
outlasted the best friends. He's outlasted Matt Pat. He's outlasted so many other icons on YouTube, and he's like one of the original Let's Players.
It's like like the only thing like the thing is like you either get to die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain. DSP became the villain a long time ago.
Phil was always the villain.
So okay, so it was you either die a blank or live long enough to become a DSP. Who would be like the good type of YouTuber to die as?
Markiplier.
But he
John
didn't stop. It has to be
I
a
know.
YouTuber who stopped at their height.
Oh. Uh-huh.
I guess would you say no? I mean, because I was gonna say like Game Grumps, but both Aaron and JonTron went on to just do their own things. It's not like they stopped doing stuff.
Rooster Teeth.
Rooster Teeth is about
Okay.
also outlasted fucking
Man,
Rooster
okay,
Teeth. Jesus.
That's where does that leave Death Battle?
Also,
That is very concerning. Yes,
yeah.
it at the very least it makes them a Warner Brother entity, which could be a good thing. It won't be, but
Bo Burnham, no, he segued onto it. I guess a good example probably would be Total Biscuit, since he actually did pass, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and also don't forget the fun fact with Darkside Phil that Sony uses him as an example for designing their games. Because remember when they were talking, they had the devs for God of War Ragnarok talking about how they designed the game, and they straight up used clips from DSP streams to showcase what they did.
Oh, God.
He is the baseline
That's
they're
awful.
designing modern AAA games around, or at least
Well,
Sony is.
That explains way too much.
Yeah, all of a sudden the fact that every game needs to hold your hand excessively makes sense.
Yeah, it all fucking clicks now, and I hate it. It's like when you get the full picture of everything at last.
I'd like
and
to
you
remind
get what you
everybody
see.
that there is a very well-known series of videos called How Not to Play, featuring many clips of DSP failing to play games, even at the most basic level.
I remember I saw one where it was him spamming some lightning spell in one of the Dark Souls to cheese every boss. Then when he hits a boss that can reflect spells, he just starts raging at the game of calling it how cheap it is because now his the easy win card doesn't work and he has to actually do something else.
Yeah,
Oh,
he has
no,
to actually
my
play the
build's
fucking game.
maladjusted.
God, it's just the best example of someone evil winning over and over because he just keeps going and going and going while other.
He's
I mean, it's really funny when you remember he spent like $40,000 a year on a mobile game.
Oh my god, why? 40.
He really likes this one WWE trading card game.
Okay, well, I mean, at least it's not Genshin Impact.
I hate that he has.
Kind of a gotcha.
I hate that he has $40,000 a year to spend on stuff.
He's got
Just-
his loyal whales.
Justice is dead. The only peace in this earth is the one you take for yourself.
And,
Oh right, we were playing a game, weren't we?
yeah.
Sorry. It's either this or trying to get home in this storm.
As if to illustrate his point, Thor decided to chime in.
Thank you, Thor.
How rich is this dude? Well, I mean, he has a living off of being absolutely terrible in video games for the past decade. So, enough to live on, at the very least. Enough to live on and spend $40,000 a year on a gacha game.
he
Besides,
gets that money back.
schools are usually made with sheltering in mind.
Didn't he already say this?
No. What?
No,
I
like last stream. I feel like he said that.
Inco, I think you're starting to have crazy schizophrenic rants.
No, that's the other
Inco, do
bald
you
guy.
have observation hacky?
This
Wait, okay.
He
Just
doesn't have the
one last
willpower.
line since you mentioned One Piece. Would DSP be the buggy of YouTube then? Just failing upward constantly?
Yes.
That's a very
Yes.
apt description.
It's actually it's very accurate. There's all kinds of procedures for this, like bringing everyone to the gym and breaking out some really moldy cots.
All right, since we're talking about Buggy failing upwards, I just have to make a prediction real quick.
Okay.
Buggy is going to be the Pirate King at the end of the show.
That's actually a really popular theory, and honestly one I could get behind, just because it's fucking Buggy. I fucking love Buggy falling
Man,
upwards.
it's just
Like,
because
the
the guy-
eternal survivor.
Like Blackbeard's going to get whatever one needs to
He's
become
probably
the
gonna
Pirate
get murdered.
King.
Blackbeard's probably
And
gonna
then-
get murdered in the end. So
Luffy is going to kill Blackbeard, but in also doing so, end up killing himself. And then Buggy will take the credit for killing Blackbeard and become Pirate King.
probably publicly Luffy too. So it's like that's just
Yeah.
fucking good. I really hope this series had better not fucking end without Usopp and Buggy going
he'll
head
just
to head.
he'll just claim that he and Luffy did the whole thing while he was just watching.
I just want a Buggy Usopp match where they're both just trying to bullshit each other, and all of their followers are believing both of their lies.
They just keep pulling out reverse Uno cards. Okay, one just quick question to be to not to delve on too much of a tangent. Would Buggy with his chop fruit be able to counter Law's op fruit? Because
Yes.
if Law could just cut things up, Buggy already does that, so he's just like, oh, okay, I'll just put myself back together.
Yes, it's true. Oda actually brought that up in an SBS. That's like a questionnaire that people send him letters and he'll answer questions at the end of each volume release. Somebody asked that Buggy would just be immune to the Ops fruit power, and he said yes. It's funny to see how different devil fruits can react with one another. But yes, they confirmed that Buggy would basically be immune to the cutting effects, at least.
Oh, you cut me out, and I'm back together.
I mean, the problem with the Op fruit is that it also has other bullshit powers like warping or electrification or
you cut me.
gamma
You
radiation.
just did my job for me. Thank you.
Yeah, like, I mean, okay, he survives the chopping, but the problem with the Op fruit is that it just has so much other bullshit in mind. And you haven't even seen, like, the best part about Law and his fruit is he makes up more bullshit as the series goes on.
Yeah, what the fuck does that, like, what did he call it? Shock Villy or whatever?
Yeah, shock will.
Or the thing that he used to just like open up the giant hole in the ground. What the fuck does that have to do with being a doctor?
It's basically, I think it's like generating shock waves by using vibrations in the sword, amplified through. This isn't confirmed. I headcanon that he uses Big Mom's mass to make the vibrations that much more violent. Is how he opens up that big hole. But the point being that Law just has lots and lots of powers, and he'll probably have even more powers before the end of the series. Like, Law's fruit encompasses the power sets of like 4 other different unique fruits.
That's why it's the OP fruit.
Yeah.
So yes, Buggy would survive. The point is that yes, Buggy would survive the chopping, but Op has so many other bullshit powers that I don't think
In
Buggy's
general,
gonna-
though,
I
Buggy
can't
has
tell
so much
if
potential.
that scream pixel was due to hearing about Law's power set or that we're talking about One Piece again.
the
Yes.
chop fruit has so much potential. The chop fruit could be fucking insane.
If he learns that, I don't think that it's actually ever going to come up because that just seems too fan wanky. But if the chop fruit learns how to split an atom,
I'm not even talking about that though. Like, we see he could split himself as small as he wants. He could split himself into just like dust particles
And then go inside
we
somebody
also
and
see-
reform himself.
Well, that yes, but also
he can
just
Ant-Man everybody.
yes, but also he can. We've seen that he can like reform his. Because remember, he made himself into like the buggy mobile. He can reform himself into any shape.
Oh my god,
So he can
I
just
didn't know that, but that's awesome. He's a clown
So he-
car.
Yeah, well, that's what he did. He made himself a clown car at one point. But that was with just very mundane splitting of himself. If he split himself like into dust particles, he would literally just be a shapeshifter at that point. And that combined with Hacky, he could just like turn himself into a swarm of floating knives. And then
Oh, like a million cuts, like basically like a dust storm that is sharp as metal or something like that.
reform the dust into a bunch of knives. Because I'm not going full Simbon Sakura here.
Yeah.
I mean, the dust wouldn't be sharp on its own, but if he forms the dust into knives and then uses Hacky to turn those flesh knives into being as hard as steel, then boom, you now just have a living storm of knives.
Which Snootverse character would have which kind of devil fruit? Well, there's an interesting question.
Do this.
Yeah, that's a lot of characters to cover. We'll have to think about that one.
That could be our lead in next stream.
Yeah, we can think about that next time.
I have to
Cripple
veto
fruit.
this in the terms of I'd like to progress, and it's getting late.
Yeah.
Right, okay, let's
I
do
thought my joke was good.
Wait, I didn't hear your joke. What was your joke?
I said Olivia has the cripple fruit.
No, I would have laughed if I had heard it. I'm sorry, but that's just eat a fruit and it breaks your legs. Who would make something like this?
No, ironically, Olivia was crippled, and then she got the leg fruit, meaning she can never use it.
My devil fruit powers, I have legs.
All it does is ruin the one solace she had, swimming.
I said this line, just so you know.
Oh, okay. Olivia winces. She was hearing the One Piece discussion.
Those haven't been replaced?
Ha! Our budget has been in the red for years, Ms. Halford. Part of why we're being scrutinized right now, what with that whole audit business. Kind of surprised, it seems like an expensive school being an art school, that they should be getting a lot of money. But maybe that's the point, is that the art isn't getting them as much money as they were hoping for.
Well,
They don't have their sports teams aren't winning anything, so they're not getting tax money.
For what
Well, they don't-
seems,
it's
the
not this-
previous principal really blew things bad last time.
Anyway, we're the only ones left on campus, so I'm not going to go through all that trouble. So just relax for now. I've already called a taxi for the both of you. A good friend of mine is coming.
I wonder who it's gonna be. Taxi.
I made the call as soon as the power went out. It's just gonna be a while to get one ready and send it out.
What'll we do in the meantime?
What indeed?
Our teacher has a wicked grin. He slowly pulls out a video camera.
You're not done with that homework, right? Ha 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 ha! Oh, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. For now.
Time and the storm carry on, yet things are surprisingly calm. Ooh, nice jazz music. Olivia pretends to focus on her work while I pretend to help her. But soon enough, Mr. Iadakan starts sharing wild stories about previous semesters.
You know, a few years back, somebody tried to take his hat right off his head. Let me tell you, I've never seen a shovel fly that fast. That's Solly, my god. He loves his hats. Why, I could not tell you. Probably a reference to something.
That sounds appropriately violent. Either way, Olivia slowly loosens the facade of productivity, and I join her not long after.
You know, I still owe you for ruining your one coat last year.
Oh, forget about it. I have dozens of them in my closet anyways. It's all I ever wear.
You too?
We're not so different, you and I.
All the guys in the Snootiverse just have the same outfit in dozens of copies in their closets.
Look, when I buy in bulk.
We just exactly have one wardrobe.
We
I liked
even
it. I bought 6 more of it.
yeah, it's like it's not even just the cheap people. We even have that confirmed with Nazer when he talked about how he keeps getting his shirt ripped from his wings or something. The eerie ambience from the blackout is quickly overridden by our combined laughter. Eventually, we run out of things to say, and we just wait quietly in each other's company. Iadakan slumps downward in his chair.
Whoo! Long day today, huh?
You're telling us you weren't hunted. Or were you?
The hunting.
Oh, he did have the Estrus protocol taser. He might have actually been hunted. So about fruit salad. He glances out the window, still being assaulted by the sheets of rainwater outside.
Florida, am I right? Normally I'm home by now, resting. You two mind if I relax a little here?
And he takes out crack pipe.
No, I'm not Ben. I'm more dignified than that. I do meth.
Hinkle, stop debating One Piece in the chat.
Go ahead.
Thanks.
He stretches behind him, cracking his spine against the groove of the chair.
Olivia, I've been meaning to say. You're usually so quiet, reserved, isolated even. I've noticed you're being a bit more friendly recently.
I mean, I can stop if you want.
Yes, please, this is weird.
You think so?
You've been in my classes all 4 years. Of course I would. Maybe I'm a bit old-fashioned, but it hurts me to see a student hurt themselves like that.
Do it the traditional way, please.
I mean, I only paint with my own blood. It's not like I'm hurting myself that much.
That's just hurting yourself physically. Anyone can do that. Hurting yourself emotionally is what pains me the most. Far more than any damage done to your body. Or your legs.
I'm the one who should be hurting you emotionally.
When you're in the adult world, you'll see this all the time. Once someone's in a rut, they'll tend to just stay there until their days blend together instead of lifting themselves up.
Oh my god, he's talking about me, for real, for real.
Like they've got all the time in the world. So, I'm proud of you for making an effort, Olivia.
Oh, Mr. Iadakan, I don't, I mean...
Don't be flustered. Be proud, Olivia. You've managed to form a friendship. You have a friend now.
I art thou, and thou art I.
Congratulations on getting into the friend zone.
So Inco is definitely a social link for the full Arcana, right?
Yeah, I get that.
You managed to form a friend. I mean, it's with a human, but I'll take what I can get.
Has Shima and Khazard both not played Persona?
No.
Again, Persona
That's
is on
surprised Shima has.
on my growing list of games. Is Persona 3, 4, and 5 are the ones I've been interested in. I've heard
More
I can
things that I'd be
safely skip
willing to
1 and
sit in
2.
on.
I mean,
Yeah,
this human just wants to give you his.
My backlog is.
Like, I got Shin Megami Tensei 3 and 5 next to me, but I haven't gotten around to playing those yet.
There's also the Persona series, which is a different series.
Yeah.
It's a part of the Mega series.
And then I think Digital Devil Saga is the other one I've wanted to get to because Verb talked about that
Is that also in
well,
the
just
SMP?
I mean, only this would be more for Shima and Hinkle, but Verb mentioned I think he saw characterizations of that matching Holy Quest, so that got me really interested in seeing that in terms of the party.
I know nothing about what you speak.
If I didn't have to go to work so much and play so much stream, I might be able to play 1 or 2 games a year.
Now, Shima, you should just become a streamer like me, and then you don't have to work.
But then
I
I'd
don't
have to
understand what you do when you get home.
Usually, let's see, what do I do when I get home? I get home. Sometimes I go after work. I go work out for about an hour. Then I get home. I see what all's going on in the Discord. See if I have any messages from anybody. Make posts for any games I'm in. Sometimes it's games. Sometimes playing in Holy Quest around the games take up an evening, and then other evenings play for a few hours, and then me and Vigil do stuff sometimes. But the time gets away from me from one way or another.
Oh, time.
What?
Saw an
Also,
image, saw an image that perfectly encapsulates this feeling. My body is a machine that turns Steam games into a backlog.
Yeah. That's exactly me. I have a lot of games in my Steam backlog. Also, just so you know, I did say this line already.
Okay.
Of course, I appreciate you extending an olive branch too, Inco.
I get it.
That's not an olive branch.
Because
That's
we.
your...
I get it. It's because we're in a flood right now.
Aha.
I saw a video
I was-
essay
I was-
talking about that.
2-hour chills.
Me? It's no problem, Mr. Iadakan.
Come on, school hours are over. You can drop the Mister. Just call me Mr. Iadakan.
Oh, what was Iadakan's name?
And Proud is a good song, Yo Duffy.
What was his name that we found out? I forgot what it was.
Oh,
Yeah, he's like,
Trent.
oh, okay, Trent.
No, that actually feels wrong. Go back to Mr. Iadakan.
I mean, it's not something to be thanking me for, is it? I'm just her friend. Inco, you just put yourself in the friend zone. Inco is the kind of guy who would unironically read Playboy just for the articles. I mean, hey, they got some good stuff in there, you know? Real good information.
Man, why does this magazine have to have 2 double spreads?
All these photos,
That is-
all these photos are just taking up space. They could have more articles.
That
what
is
the fuck is in a Playboy?
well, pictures of nude women.
No, I know. I meant like article-wise.
Usually interviews with people, artists or authors, or sometimes back in the day politicians.
Really?
Yeah, back when it had like an air of credibility, like sometimes former politicians might do interviews.
Yeah, like before third or fourth
This
wave.
is very back in the day.
Yeah, it was like
in the
before
classy
third or,
era.
It was like
Yeah.
before third or fourth wave feminism. Getting in Playboy would actually like increase your credibility. That people would see you as more of a big deal if you were you're getting articles and interviews in Playboy. Yeah, this is a guy I want to vote
This
for.
actually does make me want to read Playboy for the articles just to see what
When
would
you
make
got
it.
interviews in Playboy, it meant you usually got invited to the mansion. And everybody wanted to hear about that.
That's true.
That is great to hear, though.
What?
I can't hear it.
You can't always navigate this world alone. Someone to keep company can really help.
Hey, it's like the Snoop game message.
It's too dangerous to go alone. Here, take this. And he just hands him Olivia.
You can?
No.
No. More than you can imagine.
Iadakan leans forward to place a hand over both of ours. He just barely makes contact with Olivia's wrist when she winces and yanks it back.
Shit.
Olivia.
Are you alright?
She shit her pants.
I'm fine. I just shit my pants.
Oh no.
It just hurt.
Callard, that's so mean.
Has Playboy ever added an anthro character in its cover, followed by Marge Simpson? Oof. Oh, did you read that, Hinkle?
Yeah, sorry. No. I was fine before, though.
You've been trying to stay off that wrist all day. Was it that bad?
What happened?
Because she'd been drawing so much for Mia and her posse.
Oh. It was feeling better.
She did what with her posse?
You know, she just really had her go to town for her posse.
Really used her hands on her posse.
Yeah, really just wearing out those finger and wrist muscles.
For her posse. It was feeling better. I even helped build those doohickeys.
The print enlargers.
He covers his eyes with one hand.
Of course. Great move. Student's been overworking herself, and I think to give extra physical work. What am I doing?
Yeah, that's Solly's job.
Good teaching, that's what it is.
Point and laugh at him.
We don't have just a laugh.
I thought we did.
I mean, we have like boom and clap and stuff like that, but we don't have just like a laugh.
Which laugh should we do?
I don't know.
Just a ha-ha probably would be funny.
Or
That
that
is
one
pretty
Indian guy laugh from that interview meme clip. Yeah, the wheezing laugh.
Actually, I think I know which one you're talking. It wasn't your fault. I didn't want you to worry.
Giraffe.
I Wani worry.
I
had
Wani
no
worry about that gator.
I had no idea how bad it was.
He leans forward again, gently holding Olivia's wrist, inspecting it, and being careful not to cause any pain.
You need to take care of yourself, Olivia. If something were to happen, I know you'd be completely beside yourself.
I know. I can astral project.
It's the only way she can walk.
I know you were doing extra work, but...
I literally only walk in my dreams.
How did it even get this bad?
There was a lot of jelking. There's a lot of extra work.
To jelk.
Doing a whole group's assignments on top of my own. For the last 3 weeks, basically all my free time. It's a great... Sorry. It's great practice, at least. That's what I was telling myself.
Olivia does her best to hide her wincing as the teacher tests her arm.
I never would have... There's a lot of masturbation jokes to make. I would have made it to graduation.
All because of that painting you switched.
Is that what they're calling it these days?
He shakes his head and lets go of Olivia.
Let's play Paint That Cloaca.
Hey, 225.
We made it. We did it, boys. 1 second. Where is it? Did you get rid of the air horn?
No,
That should be at the top.
airports, that should be
Where
built
is it?
in basic. That's not
I don't. Oh,
It's not
it is
it's
basic.
not
You're
in
correct.
Femto.
Yeah, I get it. We did it, boys. We did it. We said cloaca. It only took us 2 hours and 25 minutes. No, it goes for. Ow. No, it goes further than that. That painting was all because of the pain that you've been going through all these years.
I just need to let you know, the pain in painting isn't literal.
You can't spell painting without pain. All because of that first contest entry hanging in the gala. Your first venture into the art world, and it went how it did.
Olivia looks down at her hand, stretching the fingers out and in, slowly, carefully. My hand moves without a thought, fingers taking her hand carefully to help in some way or another.
And then I rip them off.
You and that painting.
What a couple. Our teacher palms his face and groans into it.
It's a genuinely good piece, Olivia. I've told you that so many times.
She locks up, but manages a small nod.
Giraffe.
What a horrible chain of events. I've had to witness it all these years. Watched as it's taken your friends, your self-worth.
It's like a reverse Dorian Gray.
It's all the life has been drained out of the painter instead of the painting.
You get more crippled as the painting gets more famous.
That's why you're crippled, Olivia. You've let all of these doubts go to your legs, and they've broken them, just like your dreams. If you just believe in yourself, in your skill, and in your passion, then you'll be able to walk again.
You don't need this chair, trust me. He just shoves her out of it.
You don't need this chair. And it just shoves her out.
I think I was wrong about this one.
I have a good feeling about this. That little smile you had when you first came into my class. And now it's ruining your health.
He gently lets go and covers his own eyes again.
And I really just sat here and watched it, and laughed at it on occasion.
Did Ending 2 Fang have iron... God damn it, I read it wrong. Did Ending 2 Fang have broken wings?
I mean, well, when you see her, they're very, very preened. Like, she took almost all of the feathers off. So, maybe not physically broken, but yeah, basically rendered useless.
I was just talking about how people act like they have more time than they have.
God, ending 2, it's just so sad. It really just has the... You know, they were right there next to each other. Anand should have just said anything. But no, he pushes
it would have
out.
helped at that point.
He could have gotten his depressed, bald rocker GF back.
I don't think it would have helped at that point.
Still, say something. Man, it also makes you wonder... You know, did they ever confirm if it was Reed and Trish with her, or if it was just other dinosaurs in the band? Because imagine how bad those two would have looked.
Well, I think there were other dinosaurs in the band. I just don't remember the ending.
I don't think
Well, they only show Fang specifically, but then again, it would be in a non-fashion to only notice Fang.
Then again, it was just a pizza parlor, so maybe it was just her playing a solo
There's
act.
fan fiction copium of that ending.
Oh, I've seen some good fan art copium of, you know, Anand saying something and they rebuild from that. It's so sweet.
Anyways, thinking of... Oh, yeah, I said that already.
Wait, talk about, like, they have more time than they have. Oh, it's just like these streams.
Just like these streams. All this time, we go on all these random tangents. You're hurting, and we're laughing at it. We're cracking jokes at the crippled Gator girl, when all this time she is suffering so deeply. What kind of monsters would do this?
Iadakan.
It says Reed and Trish look about the same as Fang. Ah. So I wonder, would Reed be bald and Trish have no horns?
It's very funny to picture her with no horns.
Well,
Why
at
would
least
she have no horns?
Well, at least she can't gore anybody anymore. Are you all right?
No, the meth is making...
It's like you're talking about some other timeline.
No, the meth is making me more depressed and introspective than I usually am. Anyways, I'm super.
Did add a laughing one now.
I like that one.
That slaps me on the knee.
That's the demo, man.
I'm super. I'm more than okay. In fact, I've made up my mind about something.
I hate you!
You specifically. Take her to the gala, please. Date that Gator girl. There's something I want you two to see. No words, just do it, please. Do it. Do it right now. Do it till your knees drop.
I nod.
Do it till you can't do it anymore, and then do it some more.
What are you gonna show us?
Open the door. Get out on the floor. He stops at the door. Oh, he gets on the floor.
Get on the floor.
Inco, you have to do the dinosaur.
Inco, you have to do that dinosaur.
Wait, what?
Something you should have seen a long time ago.
What?
Dick.
Ooh, this is gonna be tense. I wonder how we'll ruin it.
Yeah. My shoes slosh noisily through the flooded hallway as we slowly head back to the main building of the school. Olivia herself had used her arms to tuck her legs up onto her seat, her head now resting on her knees. Aww.
Oh, so I guess Inco's pushing that.
I love that. I love that mental image.
She's basically in the fetal position.
Iadakan didn't seem to care, each of his steps splashing water around and soaking his slacks.
Oh, she's doing that so she doesn't get her feet wet, I see.
Ah, yeah.
She don't want to get her slippers wet.
The drains in the floor are working overtime, keeping the water at a minimal level. An unsettling feeling washes over me as we enter the atrium. The interior
Atrium.
The interior of the school pitch black from the lack of lighting.
Like, usually I wait for him to finish before I say something. That was instant.
At least we aren't dealing with wet floors, but navigating the halls in the dark is a new difficulty.
Probably spooky as shit with him just shining the flashlight ahead of wherever they're going through a flooded hallway. Like, this is Silent Hill shit.
Yeah, God, that'd be so funny if it just turned into, like, a Silent Hill thing for a minute.
And then Inco's like, oh, it's just like those liminal space essays I've seen.
He looks, and Iadakan looks at him and just, like, has to resist the urge to hit him.
He's like, yeah. He's just like, you know what? Forget all this. Just go. You've ruined it.
Fucking experience something for yourself. Oh my God.
Inco strikes me as the kind of person who would watch any Austin.
Who's that?
He's a guy who just makes videos about uninteresting places in video games. Basically, video essays talking about liminal spaces and how, like, this place in this video game only exists because two other places exist, and there had to be a place between them.
That sounds It kind of reminds me of WoW Krendor's top 10 pointless things for Warcraft.
Except pointless doesn't even begin to describe what he's talking about. It's not even about how pointless it is. It's about the fact that it wasn't necessarily a thing that was to be made at all. It was just a thing that incidentally exists.
Just like the video itself.
The run-up from the undead asylum to the crow only exists so you can get to the crow.
It goes like, oh, it's just like the back rooms. And then that's when Olivia gets up and walks away.
You could say photography is like the Dark Souls of art, and then at that point she just leaves in disgust.
Inco, somehow you crippled me more saying that.
Now I'm emotionally crippled.
My emotions can't walk anymore.
Olivia brought out her phone, using its flash as a light to shine our way, but I'm still unnerved. The only sound I hear is the squelches of my shoes and the awkward dripping from both Olivia and I.
Sorry, I misread Callard's post.
Shima, read Callard's recent message in Iadakan voice.
Olivia, I'm going to show you something you should have seen a long time ago.
It throws it back.
Starts twerking.
It was then I realized that Iadakan had left us behind.
Mr. Iadakan?
Her voice bounces down the dark halls of the school.
Iadakan?
This is going to be so fucking funny. I'm going to jump scare the shit out of these kids.
Did you see where he went? Where he went?
There was a gator
Very
here.
good.
She's gone now.
Kinda. I think he went that way.
I could just make out Olivia's hand pointing, thanks to her phone, toward the school offices.
Would the dog ending in this be that it was actually Damien's little brother behind it the whole time?
I will say yes, because I would love that. I keep pushing Olivia, though taking my time as I feel my shoes threaten to slip with each step I take. Every move I make. I feel like someone's
Come at
watching
the
me.
floor.
Us. It's slow going, between the eerie darkness and my slow steps. What should have taken us a minute at most takes about 3 minutes for us to arrive at the gala.
It's funny, pints of pain.
Well, we're here. We're here. The storm rages against the glass ceiling. What's normally the source of the hall's natural lighting is completely obscured by the typhoon.
That's what a typhoon.
And there's still no sign of Iadakan. I withdraw my phone and turn its flashlight on too, in the hopes to improve the situation. I can hear something else, aside from us and the rain. Something that's getting closer. A tiny red light in the distance there with the sound.
And then radio static starts playing.
I'm down 660 Kaz points. Damn the soundboard. Ah, yes, my plan to drain everybody's points to boost Kaz coin is working perfectly.
I don't
He's
think that would
deflating
boost
the
Kaz
market.
coin.
No, he's deflating the market.
Yeah.
He's making the bits more valuable.
There, see, there, like mentioned at the start, it's reverse inflation.
It's a bull market, people.
It's reverse inflation.
The tiny ember bounces and sways in rhythm with the odd tapping. Until...
It's Mia. Iadakan hung himself.
Oh no, ending one of them.
Yeah.
Oh god, I knew it was gonna come to this.
You kids made a mistake.
Oh, he's going full Bateman.
Hey, Inco, you ever hear of Huey Lewis and the News?
I saw a video essay on it once.
That's just what I expected from a casual like you.
I'm frozen for a second. The thought forces its way through me. He wouldn't ever hurt us, right? I mean, I was at a wedding where he threw literally everyone except the couple off a cliff, but he wouldn't hurt us, right?
No good.
Iadakan, what are you doing? Something is kicked aside. It's Olivia's painting from that art contest a few weeks back. It smacks loudly against the glass casing of the display case.
These are the ones, yeah? I'm choosing the exact worst way to introduce you to this situation.
What? I'm ignored. Iadakan staring right at Olivia. She's also struck fearful. But she nods. Iadakan takes a deep breath and faces the display. Oh, what are you gonna do with that?
I'm going to fuck this painting.
I'm going to fuck this painting.
Can't unfuck it.
It's my painting now. I have claimed it.
I've taken so much meth, I am absolutely rigged right now.
Hey. Iadakan, wait. This is a bit extreme, isn't it?
Not extreme enough.
God, the scenes for this are perfect.
Yeah, this is where we're gonna get that animation we were promised.
Yo!
I don't quite understand.
I'm destroying the shackles of her past. I'm breaking down the
I
establishment,
love
board
this art
by
style.
board. Also, goddamn, the art style, yeah.
Wait, are
Fucking
you saying you
Who?
don't like my painting?
I'm gonna saw the foundations of slavery in half.
I cut it in half.
He's testing her to see if she'll get up to defend it. Oh, so you weren't faking this whole time.
Board by board.
Who was the animator for this one? Whoever was the animator for this one knocked it out of the park.
Well, I'm spent.
I
This is my
loved
spent face.
that animation.
That was good. Yeah, it was also the music that went with it was really good. Like the scratchy outlines to kind of show
the real rough look.
Yeah,
the roughness of the scene.
It's like when I did my blind run through Snoot game. I commented the sketchiness of that. Like I just love. There's something about a sketchy art that's still composed is just peak soul.
It's rough, but it also has. It's like Ed, Edd and Eddy. It's like rough outlines, but it has peak creativity.
Shaking.
Yeah, like the outlines are shaking.
There we go, Callard.
It's peak emotion.
It's raw. Yeah, he gets a full raw emotion out of it.
It's some raw dog.
I'm going to. Okay, I expect the groan soundboard ready for this. I'm going to Khazard a guess here that Iadakan's doing something similar, like in that one Boondocks episode with Bob Ross. Trash the art to make them realize, no, you really do care about this, don't you?
Oh, brother,
Yeah.
this guy stinks!
I can see something like that.
Thank you, that was appropriate. Thank you.
Giraffe.
Man, the coming down after the meth, that's what really gets you.
Oh, good.
Olivia.
Oh, good. I chopped up the paintings and not you guys. I was a little concerned there.
Oh, I'll be honest, I was only about 50-50. Everything was blurring together. I was only about, half sure I was going for the painting there. I'm glad I didn't miss the mark. Anyways, Olivia.
She's horrified.
That's what you wanted, right?
It's gone. Both of them. This should have been done a long time ago.
Yeah. I actually don't understand this gesture.
It's freeing you from the shackles of your past. The painting that now once haunted you is now lying in ribbons on the floor. It's emotional catharsis for you to go forward.
I mean, I guess you're about to get me to admit that it's a good painting, but now that I've admitted that, I wish it wasn't gone.
I could see the logic of destroying it, so it's not like something she's rolling past every day to be reminded of, all hung up prominently with a plaque and everything.
Yeah, God, this is confusing. It's crazy.
We're all a little crazy, Olivia.
Crazy.
Crazy is just a word that separates the mavericks from the sheeple.
Crazy is a fact.
I know.
Olivia, you're an artist. How do you not get the symbolism? What about the other things in the case?
Who fucking cares?
I never thought of it that way.
Those students graduated ages ago. You know how many still do art? None.
Oh.
If they're if they're collateral so someone else can, then fine by me. But Olivia,
I feel like that's a sad comment for art school. The majority of the people that won awards going through their school don't do it anymore as a living.
I would feel kind of bad, having a mark like that. Even if I don't do art anymore, that's still a part of my life I left behind. That it still has a memorial for.
Yeah, well, I mean, I just like to say, could you imagine, you go through school learning something, and then you don't do that?
I mean, yeah, that's cool.
Well, no, but I'm talking about specifically art. Art's something you can at least still do in your off time. But to imagine, you just don't do it entirely. It's
I assume he meant as a profession.
I could also see, because he talked about seeing the people go into ruts, acting like they have more time than they have.
Yeah.
People get caught up in the rat race and just no offense, Guts. and just dropping art entirely, which is sad. It's creative expression. Never give that up.
But Olivia, you got no other big paintings now, do you?
She shakes her head.
No, I have no prospects anymore. You just destroyed them.
That's a real shame. Look what I just did.
I can make another. Are you gonna destroy that one too?
I
Yes. I might. That's what I need to hear. You make me so proud to hear that.
You remember?
The
I
21st night of
remember the
September.
worry.
We just went
21st of
3 different
September.
directions.
It's sophomore year when you challenged me to think of something I'd wanted to do and set a goal to do it. Why did you ask a high school student to do that?
Of course, because I saw the fire in your broken legs.
I couldn't think of anything back then. But there has been one thing I've been wanting to do for a while now.
Walk.
Have sex with a human.
Also good.
And like you said, some company could really help with that very specific goal.
We could upgrade it to a threesome.
No.
Whoa. 2 guys and 1 girl does not in the Iadakan interest.
Wow, that's actually surprising, to be honest.
If it was even if it was ratioed even, 2 guys, 2 girls, I might consider. But 2 guys and 1 gator girl? Too much sausage in that soup.
What if it was a salad instead?
I will fucking slap your glasses off your face.
Obviously, if it's 2 guys and 1 girl, it's a sandwich,
I'm
idiot.
still holding the axe.
Olivia grips my hand just a little tighter.
Promise not to laugh.
Well, I mean, if 2 guys were involved, would it be a hot dog?
Raises it up again. Never. I will never laugh.
I think they call that a glizzy, Ohio. Would you mind asking me again, Iadakan?
Sure. I believe it was... If you could leave right now and go do anything you wanted, what would you want to do?
Walk.
Anything at all.
Anything realistic.
Anything at all, except the obvious one.
Anything that doesn't involve locomotion.
I want to... I thought anything at all was her answer. I want to go see a fountain.
Oh, this explains the title sequence.
Oh. And paint it for you.
Fucking...
Wait, Olivia, you're gonna fuck a fountain?
Brilliant.
Wait, did she mention, like, what... Because I remember they talked about the first painting she did. Was that a fountain?
I don't know.
I don't remember. I remember the first thing they were talking about going way back was the feather that he had made from his wife's wing that she had given him recommendations for putting his heart into. I remember that, but I don't remember. This is probably the first mention of the fountain I can think of.
No, that was the cityscape. Oh, okay. So yeah, I guess this is first fountain. Boys, new fountain just dropped.
New fountain just dropped.
There's a fountain
on
here?
on Inco.
There's a park not too far from here, and you can barely see a fountain. And you can barely see a fountain in the center of it from the window of this building. Okay. Can't see it right now in the storm, but I want to go there right now, in the storm.
I think I know of it. The one in Stig Equestrian Park.
Equestrian.
Equestria, we're going, boys. The portal's open. Everyone go through.
There's a mirror there.
That's wonderful, Olivia.
Iadakan stumbles a bit. I rush to give him a shoulder. Some shards of glass crunching underneath my feet.
Ha! Good thing the power's out. No cameras up or anything.
And then the
We'll
power
blame it
goes
on
out,
Mia.
Yeah, they
Didn't
could.
you leave your fingerprint?
I'm just gonna blame it on the
all
typhoon.
over the axe.
I don't think they're gonna look into it that hard.
No, it's his personal axe. They don't need to see it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if he just takes the axe with him.
I mean,
Yeah.
the thing is that, like, how did the typhoon get in here and only destroy the case and not all the other paintings on the wall?
It was
Because
a
shut
I mean,
up.
well, you can.
It was
It's
a
going to be
spiteful
obvious somebody
typhoon.
was just vandalizing it, but then he could just like lie and say, "Oh, maybe it was Mia came and did it."
Yeah, because everyone saw Mia raging and calling out Olivia specifically. Yeah, it's like then Iadakan pulls Inco aside. Now, don't tell Olivia this, but I also had that painting insured for a fortune.
That sounds like something you do. I'm about to get a big fat payout from these actions. What, you think I pay for everything just by being a teacher? That's job-based shit.
You know, I find it kind of concerning how many grown-ass people call Iadakan Ladakan. It's as if nobody took English classes after 2010. Well, yeah, no one knows how to speak or write anymore, Callard, because of smartphones. I mean,
That's true.
like, I feel like the logic would be it's the first letter in a name would be capitalized. So if you're reading this as Ladakan,
To
you
be
just
fair, it doesn't have the foot or the thing at the top, so
eh.
Yeah, Iadakan is a mad Ladakon.
I mean, I guess to be fair, with the heavy Spanish-speaking fan base this game has, I could actually see them not reading English correctly. But I think that still doesn't excuse reading an I as an L for a name.
They know English so
yeah.
good.
If
with me
they
and
just
you.
did the thing with giving it like top and bottom, it wouldn't be an issue. I don't know why people don't do that.
Yeah, the serifs.
Yes.
No, they wanted to use that. They wanted to make sure the text was sans serif, so they could make an Undertale joke.
So they could never make an Undertale joke.
But Inco's name is right there. That is a good point. If they could read Inco and not as Linko, then they really shouldn't be getting Iadakan wrong.
Yeah, I mean, there wouldn't be. It's just LNCO would just be Lunko. There'd be no vowel.
Wunko. That's Nintendo's scrapped Legend of Zelda game. That was their first run. Won't you get in trouble for this?
I'm always in trouble for something.
I am the
love-
trouble.
I am the trouble. I'm that lovable scamp whose antics won over the hearts of everyone. Ordinarily, I just take the hit.
I'm the Kramer of this sitcom. Especially with how he was at that comedy show.
Especially for something like this. That Mia chick can take the fall. To hell with her.
Oh, hey, there we go. Still can't get over the fact that the Goodbye Volcano High IP got hijacked by 4chaners and Latinos. I feel like that's gotta be the greatest irony for them of wanting to, they were probably aiming for the diversity for the game, and the biggest fan base they got is super diverse, but it's the fans for what they would see as the wrong reason.
I mean, if they had just stuck to the original premise of being kind of like a dating sim.
Well, thankfully, I mean, Hinkle's thankful for that because one of the roots was Rosa.
Oh my god.
I mean, to be fair, if they went with the 3-root dating sim, that game would have never been released. Look how long it took them for just one.
Well, I mean, if they did that, they wouldn't have had to go back and completely rewrite the game from scratch, now would they?
Well, they rewrote it because of the fallout they got because the
Pandemic.
main writer had that Kotaku article.
That too.
Olivia manages another small smile.
I'm looking forward to that painting. You better get it to me. or else.
I will.
And you better help, or else.
Of course. I don't have to paint it, right? Iadakan motions for us to wait by the school's entrance. For a while, we sit there.
Dot dot dot. Do you have one, Iadakan?
I like this song.
Is this a good stopping point?
This does feel
yeah.
like a good stop point.
Yeah.
It's a scene change.
Yeah.
I'll rewind back to the start of it.
Do you have a wife?
I did.
Once.
Until I turned her into this pen.
Until I turned. I carry her with me at all times now.
This is the end of the whole scene? Okay, well we can end it up next time.
This is the ultimate showdown.
I like how
ultimate
30
destiny.
minutes of content was somehow spread over 2 hours. Well, we aim to please, Lord Meep.
They call our pace glacial, and they said that's still too fast.
I mean, but didn't it make the payout of waiting for that scene, that animation, so much more worth it?
We got to the animation, so we should pat ourselves on the back for that. We did not fall short of our reasonably set expectations.
I love that anime. When we get the credit, whoever animated that, I want to see do more. Alright, so thanks everyone for hanging in and watching yet another Gator stream. And
maybe next week it won't be as late.
yes, like I said, I can't remember if I said it on stream, but I know I mentioned it before we started. In a week or two, I should be fully stable on timing and scheduling. So look forward to that.
Excellent.
Aside from that, I'll be playing it day by day. But the next week you'll start at 1 a.m. Dang it, we were found out. Ruin the surprise, coward. But anyways,
This is all secretly the plan to get us our midnight to 5 a.m. streams going.
we're slowly feeling out the prime real estate for the Gators.
They're trying to get us all nocturnal.
But anyways, thanks for hanging in and watching, guys, everybody. See you next Thursday for more Gator, if not sooner. Let's see.
Yay, more Gator.
More Gator. We'll see how they take this painting with the fountain. Maybe see how the Mia Fallout goes. Because did you know they put Mia in that new Fallout show? She is the reason that one town was nuked, or whatever it was. It wasn't nuked, she just went through it on a rampage. But not to get these guys going on a Fallout rant. We got one other person streaming I Wani Hug That Gator, so I'm gonna send you over to them. I think it's the same guy from last week, I'm not sure.
I can't believe Mia mailed anthrax to every student in the school. I mean, really, who would do something like that?
I don't know, that Mia, she's a rascal. She's a scamp.
I can't believe Mia threw 150 people off the roof.
But anyways, good
Oh man,
good
I'm gonna
night.
have to hit that button a lot.
Have fun. Enjoy this raid. Say good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good night. Okay, go raid.
Good night, some bubble.
Good night.
Mouth got stupid at the end.